Like I don't really know what else to say, but personally,
Thank you. I appreciate the hand art.
I value why I'm women like I value myself. You know what I'm saying? Like even though I have 10 bodies, I wanted to be in a long relationship with one of the like these women, but it just didn't work out. You feel what I'm saying? So my values is always going to be there. My judgment is I'm never gonna judge a woman, but the thing is fuck, bro.
Clearly, if you say it matters, you are having some element of judgment. Like, come on, like let's be real.
Yeah, but that's a question I would never ask.
Okay, but the thing is, 99% of people judge. Okay, 99% of people judge. Okay, there are many things that we judge people on, right? But it's about negative judgment that people are worried about. It's not just about judgment.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate the money gun. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Well, is there anything else you wanted to go over and talk about then?
No, actually, you
Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next person. Again, if you disagree, make sure to send a guest request right now. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. It should help send out to more people. You already know the deal. Send a guest request right now if you do want to debate or just looking for some debates, everyone. So let me go to the next person, everyone. Yo, Matt with the motorcycle. W Matt in the comment section right now. Let's go. W Matt, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Hello? All right. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, for sure. How old are you?
25.
Yeah, do you think that a high body count should matter for women but not for men?
Yes, 100%.
Why so?
Hold on one second. So I'm gonna make it short and sweet, hopefully. But if you look at the statistics, if a woman only sleeps with one man, like her husband, she gets married, and she waits till marriage, her chance of like a happy marriage is like 62%. If she has two bodies, before she gets married, it drops to 51%. But anything over 10 bodies for a woman, they have like an 11% chance of having a happy marriage. And that's just the facts. For men, that doesn't happen because men don't have kind of what the other guy was saying a little bit, but men don't have emotional connection. Like we can run around and it's kind of like this too. Like when you're having intercourse with someone, the man is the one who's doing the, I don't want to say that word on here, but you know, they're the one who are basically doing the girl is getting it. So it's two different things. You can't say a man and woman are the same when it comes to sexual intercourse at all, because it's completely opposite. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So what was the source for the claim?
I don't know. I researched this a year ago, so I don't know. But I mean,
so I'm hearing it's trust me, bro.
Well, no. If you have a computer in front of you, type it in right now.
Yeah. What title? What title?
Everybody, just type in the percent. When a woman okay, do bodies for a woman matter on having a happy marriage? Boom. Type that in, and your whole chat needs to type that in too. Don't just listen to him. Y'all all type it in on Google. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. It falls the more bodies she has.
Yeah. So
and that's no disrespect to
so from what I have seen, because I've looked through this, right, it is the case that there's not a statistically significant distinction in terms of the level of success rates when it relates to marriage between men and women, right? Because this is not qualifying happiness in terms of marriage. This is qualifying success, not with respect to happiness, but with respect to not getting divorced, right? And oftentimes people that have extremely low body counts or are not married, stuff like that, they will be in religious settings in which have social expectations against getting divorced. Okay. And these actually reinforce this idea that they have successful marriages, but it doesn't necessarily indicate that they're happy marriages. Okay. So there is also issues when it does relate to this. And this also is correlation, not causation. These are associated with each other. It doesn't mean that having a high body count causes you to be this way. It just means that people that happen to have high body counts have these particular characteristics. So there's multiple things to reference when it relates to that.
Okay, cool. Can we like use our, like, no disrespect, but instead of like all this I guess new age stuff that the media and stuff pushes on everyone, can we just use our brains for a minute and actually just look at the situation here and what you're talking about? Because you're trying to say that men and women, you're trying to put two and two together. Like it's a female and a male. It's not, we're not the same gender. A woman is, and I'm kind of, religious. So I think a woman should save their body, because in my Bible, I'm not trying to get religious. It says a woman should save their body. But it doesn't say a man should. And a lot of things say that. It's not just the Bible.
Save body in what context?
Huh?
Save body in what context? Because I could interpret that to mean save body from food. Like women shouldn't eat food. Save their body from food. So how do we know what context it is?
I mean, it specifically says save their body for the man that they're going to be with.
And what does that mean?
Save her body. That
means to wait for marriage, which it tells both men and women to do. It calls both men and women to wait till marriage. Dude, if you use the Bible, bro, you have absolutely no justification for saying that men and women should be viewed differently, let alone do you have justification for the Bible.
So you're telling me a woman having sexual intercourse is the same as a guy having sexual intercourse. It's exactly the same. They get the same emotion from it. That's what you're telling me, right?
No, I'm saying that they don't have statistically significant psychological differences when it relates to engaging in intercourse. Right? Clearly speaking, the feelings that people have are going to be different, right? Women, when they engage in orgasms, right, they have a stronger orgasm than when men do, right? It's easier for men to get to that point than it is for women, right? There are differences that relate to the averages. Thank you. I appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. But not differences that would be relevant in determining that women should be held to a higher standard of accountability comparative to men.
But I'm just going to say it on here, but okay, the woman is the one who's getting fucked, okay? The guy is doing it. So it's two different things. If you don't want to...
What if the woman's on top?
She's still getting penetrated, okay? Like...
Okay, so what about that? If she's doing it herself, she's also doing that. Does that reduce her value? Yes, it reduces her value a tremendous... Wait, to do it alone?
To do it alone?
Yeah, no, there's penetration there.
To do it alone, no.
But there's penetration there.
But it's not. You're okay. Now you're jumping around the gun because you talking about a plastic toy or whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, because you brought up the relevant faculty to be penetration. I'm saying this exists in this scenario.
Talking about another human being, another man inside of a woman. If 50 men have been inside of a woman, of course it's going to reduce her value. The girl who's standing in the corner shy, at the club or something, and she's had no body, she has no experience with anything, of course her value is higher. That's just the fact of the matter. That's common sense. Of course.
I'm asking you, what are the reasons why that would apply to women but not to men?
Because it doesn't. Women, just the common sense. Women don't look at men and go, how many bodies do you have? Men always ask.
That's happened many times. What are you talking about? Many women care.
Have you been outside?
Yeah.
Do you talk to a lot of girls?
What do you mean by talk to a lot of girls?
Do you talk to a lot of females? Do you take a lot of females out on dates? Do you talk?
I don't go on a lot of dates, but I talk to people who are women. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I go on a lot of dates and I have a lot of
Well, it sounds like the dates aren't going very well.
Oh no, they go very well. But I'm trying to tell you.
Well, then why are you going on so many? If they were going so well, then why would you have to go on another one?
Because I don't want to settle down. I mean,
it doesn't sound like they're going very well, right? Like if I go on a date and I want to settle down with them, that sounds like the date went pretty fucking well, right?
No, I'm not. That's not. All right, you're jumping off topic. We're talking about the body count thing, not me going on dates, bro.
All right, go back to it.
But yeah, you have to see my point that, and I know you're trying to be, and I know everyone's trying to be, I guess, good, like equal, make everyone equal, make male and female equal. Understand that. But there's things that males, can't do that well that women can do, and there's things women can't do that well that men can do. And unfortunately, body count is one of them. They can't just run around and have 87 bodies. But a man, I can run around and have 87 bodies. And the fact of the matter is, I can go on a...
Wait, why not? Why can't women do that?
Well, listen, because this is how the world works. I can go on dates with any girl and, tell them, oh, I have 80 bodies. I promise you right now, she's not going to care. A woman, if she goes on a date and tells a man she has
I doubt that,
bodies,
Kel. I doubt that.
Okay, well, I mean, then you haven't told girls, because I have a lot of bodies. And I've never had a girl tell me off because I have 80 bodies. They like it. They said, okay, your experience. You have, your experience in the bedroom, basically. That's why. Because men, we have to...
Wait. Kel. Women that are looking for what?
Women that are looking for the overall package of a guy.
No. Women that are looking to engage in intercourse with you, right? Not women that are looking for committed relationships, which is most of women.
No, I'm talking about a woman who want the overall who want a relationship with the guy, but they want the overall package. Of course, a woman wants a guy who hits on every single note. So look, if a man...
Yeah, and hitting on every single note would not include having 80 bodies.
Okay, yes, because listen.
For many women, by the way.
A lot of women find it not attractive if you say if you're a virgin man, and that's facts. They're going to look at you and think you have no experience in the bedroom. But if I have 80 or 50 or 20, she's going to like that. Now, for a woman...
Do you think that someone would stop talking to someone because they have two bodies and they're a man?
Stop. I just told you, I think that women value bodies on men.
I don't think so, right? Like, if I told a woman I have two bodies, are they going to stop talking to me?
No, they're gonna rather you have two bodies than zero.
I don't think many women would have a preference between the two, but
do you not understand? You can say you don't think that women would have the preference between the two, but do you want
to poll the chat?
Yeah, poll it. I'm talking from world.
All right, does a mod want to make a poll? Do you want to do 0 versus 80 for men?
What?
Yeah, would you rather prefer a man with an 80 body count or a 0 body count?
No. That was just making a point. Just do 0 and do 0 and...
No, because you said that 80 is something that women prefer, and 0 is something that they have a preference against. So 80 versus 0. Clearly should go to the 80, right?
No, do 10 versus 0.
Oh, so do we have to change the conditions to make it easier for you?
No,
okay.
No, it's the same.
Would you rather be with a man that has which BC? Okay, 80 and then 0. All right, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, everyone, respond to the chat. Respond to the poll. In the meantime, everyone, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everyone. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live. Let's try to get to 1,000 shares, everyone.
I mean, can me and you both agree that a woman wants a guy to hit on all notes as a man, right?
Yeah, and apparently one of those notes is not having an 80 body count, as 92% of the women in the chat have said 0.
That's not true. I don't know who.
That's not true?
That's not true at all.
What do you mean? That's what the poll says. Do you think that I'm engaging in election fraud? I stole the election.
No, all the women on your thing are saying, hold on, let me see. They are saying that y'all would rather have a man, let's say me, a 25-year-old man who has zero bodies. I've never had any sexual experience. I don't know what I'm doing in the bedroom, than a man who has 10 bodies. He has experience.
No, we said 80. We said 80.
Okay, well, any kind of body count experience.
No, we were talking about you, man.
Okay, any experience. Y'all would rather have a man with no experience than a man with experience. That's not true. Because I've been out, I've talked to many of girls. Like I said, that's what I.
Well, what are the many of the girls saying in the comment section right now? For experience when it relates to the 80 body count, right? But women have a preference against 0, right? So if they have a preference against 0 and they have a preference for 80, well, then clearly speaking, it should have been the fact that women would prefer 80 to 0, as they would prefer something that they have a preference for rather than they have a preference against. That doesn't make any, so like that isn't, what you're saying isn't making any sense. Because clearly speaking, we see that women would prefer, at least in the chat here today, would prefer a man with 0 bodies over 80. Thank you. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much, Lexi. I appreciate it. Yeah, like 91.3%. That's wild.
Okay, so I guess that's just the new generation thing. I guess I don't know, because I know just from like not sitting on like not sitting and just watching stuff and getting brainwashed with stuff. I know from experience that women want experienced men, or they used to. But apparently, if your chat saying that,
have you been in a long-term committed relationship? 3 long-term committed relationship, and you're saying that the people you were in long-term committed relationships with preferred you to have a higher body count?
Yeah. Well, you keep saying prefer me to have a higher body count. They just preferred me not have a body count at all. That's what I'm correlating.
So they prefer 1 to 0, is what you're saying?
Yes, 100%. But a man doesn't. A man prefers 0 to 1.
I think many women would be indifferent to that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think many women would rather a man have zero bodies? Just
no,
like
indifferent means 0 or 1, doesn't really matter.
I'm 42. I don't know, but like I said, short and sweet. I know statistics. I know when women have higher bodies, like you said, not a happy marriage, but they have a better chance of a successful marriage. And I know for men,
same thing with men.
No, that's not. No,
it is true. No, yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Give me a source that says that there's a statistically significant distinction. Give me one. I'll give you time to go look
breaks,
it up.
Women, listen, women have a, it's been a minute since I looked like all this up, honestly, and because I'm a truthful person, I'm going to tell you that, but I know that women have they have this like connection that's when they have no bodies, and like the more that they get penetrated by another male, the less the connection is there. So like,
that's causation. Nope. So like, no, you're now saying that people having more partners causes them to be this way. But this point of the study only determines correlation. Correlation doesn't determine causation. This is a correlation causation fallacy.
No, I'm saying the question is, why should a high body count matter for women but not for men? And I'm saying because the higher
this is applicable to both men and women, by the way.
No, what?
Give me a single source that says otherwise, because I can give you multiple that say it's just like within statistically significant distinction.
You can give me a source that
when it relates to body count, yeah, increasing a body count and success rates of marriage. Yep.
And it's the exact same for men as women.
Within a statistically significant range.
No.
Or it's not statistically significant. Same, right? Like it's not statistically significant.
Exact same, correct?
They're within a statistically
okay.
Like a range in which says they're not statistically significant. It's within a margin of error. Cal, it's within a margin of error, so it's inconclusive.
But no, you can't say that because you just brought it up that you had some evidence
Within a margin of error means that you cannot have a conclusion about one being different from the other.
You can't prove your point at all, correct?
What'd you just take a picture of, bro?
Oh, nothing. I didn't mean to. But you're saying.
Say that again.
I didn't mean to. I hit a screenshot.
You just like take a selfie mid live. He's like, hold up.
No.
All right, no, say what you're saying.
I was just saying your sources or whatever you were talking about. Apparently, then you can't use that. That's what you're saying, correct?
Yeah, it's inconclusive.
Okay. So why'd you bring it up?
Because again, that's what I'm showing you is that the studies that are on this are inconclusive. When it relates to saying that there's a relevant distinction. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No, it's statistically proven about the successful marriages and body counts in women.
Kel, go find it. Find it. Serious. I'll give you time. You can go on a separate device. You can go pause and you can go look for it. Me and I'll chill with the chat for a little bit. We'll give you like 5 minutes. See if you can find it.
Hold on.
For sure. In the meantime, everyone, while he goes to look for that live, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get this live out to more people, get some more debates in here, share the live out to people. You can copy link. You can share it to a few friends. It'll help get more people in here. If you like my content, I go live literally every single day for like 6 hours every day. Today, we're going to be going for around 5 hours. Crystal, thank you for the Star Adventures. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But if you like my content, follow me if you haven't already. Everyone, we're close to 300K followers. Lockness, I appreciate the hand hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're close to 300K, everyone. So if you do want to follow everyone, we're about to get there. I appreciate that. Appreciate the hand hearts. Thank you so much. Appreciate the little crown. Thank you so much. Appreciate the gamer cat. Thank you so much, Yogan. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, put in the comment section right now. Thank you for the hand hearts, everyone. Trinity, I appreciate it. Y'all are going crazy with the gifts. I appreciate it. Phoenix, thank you so much. Your live is informative. I appreciate it. That's the whole point of it. Thank you so much. Nina, I appreciate the subscription. Trinity, thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate it. Literally W's for everyone right now. Y'all are going crazy. I appreciate all the hand hearts. Holy shit. What is going on right now? Thank you, Trinity. I appreciate all of them. Let's go. W right now. Let's go. YouTube stream. I don't have time to do YouTube streams as I'm in school, but I do need to find time to do that. Thank you, Trinity. I appreciate all the hand hearts. We're giving him a second while he's about to come back, everyone. And he's actually going to give us like a source. Thank you. I appreciate the sunglasses. Thank you, Rebecca. ELY. I appreciate the hand hearts. Trinity again. I appreciate all the hand hearts. Thank you very much. You look like Shawn Mendes. Some people do say that. Thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. But give it a second, everyone. Tap that screen in the meantime. Share the live out to a few people that you know. The source is unavailable. We'll see. Thank you for the hand hearts. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. So
thank you for the corgi. I appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you so much.
So I was kind of wrong about something. Now, it wasn't really the study on it. What I just saw, the study on it was them basically asking a large group of females and a large group of men, do body counts matter type thing. And of course, the men said yes, of course, and the woman said not really. So that's basically, I guess, what instead of me putting it on
hand, I appreciate. Thank you so much. So it also, those types of questions can be heavily biased. Lexi, thank you so much for the meteor shower. I appreciate. Thank you so much. I appreciate the hat and mustache. Those can be heavily biased based on the way you ask the question. So what can be relevant here? Thank you for the lockness. I appreciate the hand arts. Thank you, Trinity, as well. I appreciate the hand arts. How you ask the question. So if you were to ask the question to women, would you prefer a non-player over a player? Overwhelmingly speaking, I think women are going to say that they would prefer a non-player over a player. If you ask the question, does body count matter? Clearly speaking, I don't think you're going to get that same sort of response, right? Because what men see in their head when they say that body count matters and what women see when they see in their head when they say that body count matters, fundamentally different things. Thank you. I appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much.
Yes, but just real quick, what I'm trying to say is that you cannot change the way the world goes around. And if you look outside, like people don't have happy relationships anymore. People are single. happy 30 years ago, and it's because
if only I appreciate the world. Thank you so much.
The media and everything is trying to attack not only males, but they're trying to attack females too, and they're trying to make everyone act like we're equal, and that this doesn't matter, so this doesn't matter for women, or this doesn't matter, so this doesn't matter for men. But it does. I mean, and that's just common sense. Do you not agree with?
You're just saying that people like view it differently. Thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you, Loch Ness. Nina, thank you for the hand hearts.
Yeah, I'm saying that people are trying to make it equal. They're trying to make
men and women should be considered equal.
Nope.
Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate the description or the hand heart. Thank you.
So okay, so then that makes sense. Then what? That makes sense. Then what you're trying to that makes sense to why you feel like the body count thing is exactly the same, because you feel like man and woman are equal, and that makes sense why
men and women should be considered equal. I'm not saying that in every single scenario they are the exact same as a man. Thank you. I appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much. I'm saying they should be considered equally in terms of how much we value them, how much we value responsibility between men and women. That should be viewed the same.
So okay, so body count should be the same. Men and women should be valued exactly the same and do exactly the same things, right?
It doesn't mean they should do the same things. It just means that, right, they should be equal in terms of how we treat them, in terms of how much they matter, in terms of their value, in terms of their responsibility. Thank you. I appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much. Right? We should hold them to the same standard. That's what I'm saying.
Agreed. But I want you to before I go, I want you to tell me that you understand what I'm telling you about because I know you do, and don't act, like you don't understand, because you definitely understand that if you look at marriages, you look at relationships, you look at females, you look at males, everyone's single nowadays, everyone's unhappy. I've seen your chat. Most people don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Can I address this? So like, you're saying most people aren't happy. I just think that you're more likely to see what people are feeling or what people think now, not the fact that people are more likely to be this way, right? We just have social media and communication. We have supercomputers in our pockets. We see everything about each other, right? Not everything, most things about each other. Thank you for the hand heart. We can't hide those things like they were hidden in the past.
Yes, but you can't. Okay. A TikTok video. You have females on TikTok videos.
Kel, why do you say female?
Because they're female. What else? Why
don't you say women?
Because I'm talking about female and male. I'm not. I mean, it doesn't matter if I say female or woman. Same thing.
Well, female can imply like people who are not adults, right?
Well, that is kind of what I'm applying to. That's why I said female. I'm applying to all females on TikTok, on videos. They just, are half naked, shaking their butt to music. We didn't have this 30 years ago, and they think that's okay, which also correlates to they think that having a very high body count's okay for some reason.
No, thank you. I appreciate the pinata. Thank you so much. But because people are doing stuff on social media, that doesn't mean that it's predominant amongst most people. It means it's your For You page.
Hold on, let me finish. No, everyone knows this if you scroll through TikTok. Let me finish. If a man gets on there and let's say has his shirt off, I don't know, nice body, worked out, then that's not. That's totally different from a female getting on there half naked. So it's the same thing as a body count. They can't have. It's not the same thing. A girl can't get online and shake their butt on TikTok, and expect for guys to want that, because we don't want that. Have a happy marriage. You'll never have a happy relationship.
I appreciate the duck. Thank you so much. You can have happy marriages and happy relationships if you post stuff like that. What are you talking about? Thank you for the duck.
To have that kind of thinking amongst men, because we're bad about it too. It's bad that men sit there and watch that and give it attention. But we won't ever have good relationships ever again if we stop all this, like, oh, it's the same body count as man and women. Oh, it's okay if she does this and like all that has to stop, man, because it really sucks.
Trinity, thank you so much for the Leon. I appreciate it, Trinity. W for Trinity in the chat, everyone.
And I'm
Kel, what you're doing is you're not holding men accountable, right? You're saying it's bad for women to engage in these actions, but it's okay for men to do so. That evades accountability and creates these issues that you're referencing right now. Promiscuity is not an issue with women. Promiscuity is an issue with men. Okay? You
didn't hear me. I did not just put it on women. I said it's a problem that I'm holding men accountable to for sitting there and giving them the time of day, giving them attention.
No. What you're not holding men accountable with is saying is that it should be equivalent when it relates to body count with men and women. Because when you make a distinction between men and women in terms of the accountability that applies with body count, that's exactly what causes these issues. That's what I was saying. So your belief is what causes these issues.
But as a male, we don't want our girlfriend to 15 guys have touched my girlfriend. Let's be honest.
Then do the same thing for yourself, right? You don't want 15 women to touch you that are not your girlfriend.
That's not true, because as a man, we protect and provide. It's not about being I'm against like
you provide loyalty. You provide accountability to the same way they provide accountability.
No. A man's job is to protect and provide.
What does it mean to provide?
Okay, listen. When you're getting married to a woman, people are gonna get mad, but the dad hands the woman off, correct? Hands her off to the man. Here, it's your turn to take care of it.
It is a traditional and cultural thing. It is not in terms of ownership.
Okay, but the guy's parents don't hand him off to the woman. She gets handed off to him at the end of the day.
Because patriarchal social norms have passed down this particular thing on the basis of ownership transferring, because that was a way to keep women subservient to men. But this tradition has stayed around even though it's lost its meaning within that capacity.
But if you look at that, it's always been like that. You can't say that the body counts are the same between men and women, because nothing is the same, man. Like when it comes
why should they be viewed differently? Tell me. And actually, yes, there are many things that are the same. Men and women are more similar than they are different. So my operating assumption when it relates to men and women with responsibility is that I'm going to treat them the same unless there's a relevant distinction to treat them differently.
You don't want your you apparently, I don't know, you're probably not built like me, no disrespect, but you're probably built a little different. But you don't want your wife to have, like I just said, 25 other guys. Oh, you married her. I remember her in high school. Like, you don't want.
Then, Kel, apply the same thing to yourself. Right? I have a low body count. If I looked for someone that has a low body count, there would be no fucking issue with that. I'm not going to stop talking to someone because they had a high body count. But if I looked for someone that had a low body count, there's no issue with that, because I'm not being hypocritical. If you have a high body count and you expect the person you're with to have a low body count, that's hypocritical. That's the argument that's what I'm arguing against. I mean,
you're arguing why high body count matters for women but not for men. That's what I just stated.
No, I'm arguing that it should matter for both men and women equally.
Your question says, why should it matter, body count matter for women or not, but not for men? So
yeah,
that's
indicating that it would be different.
And that's what I was just telling you, why it's different.
Yeah, so what's the relevant distinction? You're just telling me that it's different.
No, I'm not telling you that's. Do you go outside ever? Like, do you go outside? Do you enjoy outside, or do you, like, because you said you were in school, or do you like sit inside, get on TikTok live, and just do your homework?
I sit inside, do my homework, do TikTok, I go to class, things like that.
Okay, so you don't really get out. That's what I hear.
I'm not like someone that goes out to clubs. What do you mean by go out?
Okay, yeah. So you don't go out and interact with a lot of different types of people.
Am I not interacting with people right now? This is literally my job. Like, I interact with people for hours every single day. I probably talk to more people than you do.
I mean, my account on here is pretty big. I do the same thing. But
you do lives where you talk to people the entire time for hours every single day?
No, I'd rather talk. I'm against like doing stuff over the phone. I like talking face to face. I don't like.
But the point is that I communicate to lots of people every single day. I don't know why you're trying to act like I don't communicate with people when clearly, like, literally my entire job is based on me communicating with people.
No, I know, but you're communicating over.
Another picture.
You're not,
I appreciate the description. Thank you so much. Thank you for the duck as well.
You don't go out and see actual world views and actually how the world's going and actually how men and women are complete opposite and why everyone's sad and why the world is the way it is right now and it's literally going downhill. You don't see that, but I see it, and everyone else does see it if they go out and actually talk to people, not on the screen, but face to face, communicating.
This is face to face, bro. Like, I'm literally communicating with you right now. Like, literally, if we were sitting across at a table from each other, same thing, right? The only distinction is it's literally a phone right here rather than you actually being like physically in front of me, right? So again, it's literally the exact same thing in terms of communication. And otherwise, I do go outside and communicate with people in person. I just don't go out to clubs all the time, right? What you think is that when you go out to a club, that's accurate representing of like literally everyone in the population. What people who go to clubs are a specific type of people.
I didn't say clubs, first of all. I didn't say
that's
clubs.
what we were referencing earlier, but okay.
I'm just talking about, you said you go to class and come back, and I'm not disrespecting you in any type of way. I just, I travel a lot. I go places. Like I talk to people. I see cultures. I see different cultures. I see men and women. I see how other countries are compared to Like I see everything, basically. My eyes are open. I'm not hardwired into a screen and media and pushes and agendas and equal. I'm not hardwired that way. Like I actually go outside, go to different places and do my own research with my own eyes. Because people don't do that nowadays. And you have to be very careful, that you go outside and you go travel and you go talk to different cultures and you go do this. That way, you know what you're talking about instead of just, rambling on about something that you've seen. Or even me, I'm bad about it too. I looked up something and came back. I shouldn't have even done that, because really everyone should just go outside and see for themselves. And the body count thing, last final message, like I stated, if you go outside and y'all stop sitting on TikTok lives, you'll see that body count does matter. Go out there and tell some guys that you have 25 bodies.
Wait, Cal, I'm not disagreeing with the notion that it does matter currently within society. What I'm arguing is that it should matter the same for men and women. That's literally the reason why I'm having this conversation in the first place, is that I've recognized that it does matter differently for men and women in our current society, and it should not be that way. That's the whole point of this conversation. If you couldn't understand that from this type of communication, clearly speaking, you haven't had enough communication outside of the context of this for you to pick up on that fact.
Okay, well, you know where I stand. I know where you stand.
I actually don't even know where you stand. I don't know what honestly, I don't even know what your reasoning is for it. We haven't even clarified that yet.
I just told you I'm telling you that if a female goes out.
You're just telling me to go out in public. You're not giving me a justified, relevant distinction between men and women that says that it should be viewed differently when it relates to responsibility with body count.
But like you said, it's always been viewed differently. But for some reason, people like you are for some reason trying to change that. But it's not, but that's what makes people sad. That's what makes people can't get a girlfriend. That's what makes people can't get a boyfriend, because you can't change that. That is just the dynamic of the world. That is how the world evolves. That's how the world
bullshit. That's complete bullshit. We've changed many aspects of society, and this is something that we can absolutely change. We can hold men to the same accountability when it relates to body count as we hold women. We don't have to keep society how it is always. Okay. If you think that society can ever change, what do you think about the civil rights movement? What do you think about the gay rights movement? What do you think about any rights movement? The women's rights movement? Did these not change society at all? They clearly fucking did, Kel.
No, kind of, but not in a lot of them don't change. Like now they don't change them in a good way. Like the world has.
So they do change them. So we can change things. So clearly speaking, we are changing things. The point that you just made that we're not going to be able to change anything clearly was false.
So you think the world is today is just as good as it was 50 years ago? Great. It's way better, right?
I think that within many respects it's better. Within some respects it's worse, right? But it depends on what we're referencing. Like it's worse within the respect that it costs more for cost of living in the United States, and it's worse for the cost of college in the United States. But it's better within the respect that we have significantly better technology, we have better communications, we have people who are starving less in our society today, we have people that have greater access to healthcare than they did prior, right? Clearly speaking, we have better things, and we have some things that are worse.
Okay, and all I'm saying is you can't tell people that you can't try to change the body count thing between men and women. The reason you can't change it is because if you do try to change it, that's why we have degenerate women walking around here. No disrespect to anyone, because of people like you. because you're sitting here.
No, we have degenerate men walking around because of people like you saying that there should be different levels of accountability when it relates to men and women, saying that there should be double standards, because it, first of all, gets people to not critically think and have reasoning that justifies their positions. And secondly, it holds men to a standard in which they are not held accountable for their actions, which leads to men objectifying women, right? Seeing them differently than they see men, which justifies them treating them differently, which is the whole basis of that women being subjugated, right? By men. Thank you for the boxing glove. I appreciate it. This whole idea that you have here is a byproduct of patriarchal social norms that have been passed down throughout society that have existed. But this does not mean it should be that way. Clearly speaking, it shouldn't be this way. And clearly speaking, we should take this down.
It's both sides. You miss what I keep saying. I am holding men accountable. It's men and women. It's us.
No, you're not, Cal. You're not holding men accountable.
No, hold on. Listen. Let me because I keep saying it. I don't think you hear it. I'm telling you that this is what's going to happen if we say, "Oh, man and woman are equal when it comes to body counts." What's going to happen is what we have happening right now. We're going to have all these, like I said, women who walk around not hardly clothed, banging off a whole bunch of different guys every single day from the time they were young. Let's be honest. So like you're going to have all that going on, right? And then guess what guys do? This is where I hold guys accountable. Is guys, we sit there, we give them attention. We watch their OnlyFans accounts. We give them money. We take them out, spend some money to have sex with them, and then dump them. You know, but we shouldn't even give them any attention at all. So what I'm trying to tell you is when you try to say it's equal, it's just going to hurt society even worse when it comes to a relationship between a man and a woman. I'm not saying I want it to be, hold on, I'm not saying I want that to be that way. I'm not saying that, but that is just the facts of the matter. It's never going to be equal that way. Like men are going to view women differently for different things, and women are going to view men different for different things, because guess what? A man wants different things out of a woman than a woman wants out of a man. A woman wants a man who can protect her, his family, you know, provide for them. All the loyal sex exclusive loyalty thing, I'm kind of not with that in a way. But for men, you know, like, we view women differently. We want a woman who's not experienced, you know, who not a lot of guys have touched. You know, she's only been mine. That's what men have always wanted. We always wanted power. Men always want power. Men always want some level of authority. That's what men want. But women don't want that. Women don't. They just want a man to provide. They want a man to have that for them. So you can't say it's the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. So I am holding both accountable. I'm holding females and I'm holding males accountable too. And that's what I'm saying.
You're not holding them accountable to the same degree. Okay. That's the issue. And secondly, when you were talking about like attention, right? Like, oh, we shouldn't be giving them attention at all when it relates to women. That is exactly the same thing as someone like, let's say that I needed help with something. Or I didn't need help. I'm doing something and someone's trying to give me help and it seems overbearing in that circumstance. I don't want help from them. That's there. Can you not help me with this right now? And they take it as, oh, well, then I'm just never going to give you help in general, right? Is that what you asked for in that scenario? Did you ask for them to, in that scenario, not give you any help? Or did you ask for them to not to help you in that particular scenario? Right? You asked just in that particular scenario, not everything. So when you say that, oh, we just shouldn't give women attention in general, you're misunderstanding what women are asking for. They're asking not to give them sexual attention that's unwanted. Thank you. I appreciate that, Duck. Thank you so much. That doesn't mean no attention in general. Right? It just means you need to direct your attention in more effective ways. And the way to direct attention in more effective ways is by holding men accountable to the same degree that you hold women. If you don't hold men accountable to the same degree that you do women, well, then clearly speaking, you're going to have lots of men out there that are not willing to sort of understand the distinction between sexual attention, unwanted sexual attention, and attention in general. Thank you for the handouts. I appreciate it.
Men, but look, see, this is why you can't do, men aren't the ones out here with OnlyFans accounts selling their bodies. That's degenerate. Like men, that's not, women are doing that. You realize that, right? Women are making money off their bodies right now. It's not men doing it because we can't do it. Men
make money off their bodies. What are you talking about? Men do all the time. What are you talking about?
Okay, 90% of it is women. You know what I'm saying?
It's not 90%. You can go look at OF statistics, right? It's about 70%.
Who's on the top? Who's the top of all that? Women.
Because men are buying that, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing as the NBA, right? That's what brings in the most revenue.
But exactly. But as men, and I think I can speak for all men on this whole entire chat, we don't want to see women on OnlyFans accounts. We don't want to see women showing their bodies. We don't want to see women with.
Then why are you paying for it?
I have 40 bodies and think it's funny and it's okay. Like, we don't want to. I think all men on your chat, I can speak for. We don't want to see that. Like, at all.
Why are you paying for it?
I don't pay for it. That's what I'm trying to.
Well, then why are the men paying for it?
That's what I'm saying on here. I'm saying
there you go, right?
I'm
so
holding men accountable for it, though.
You're not holding men accountable for the same things you hold women accountable, though.
Because
you're not
it's not
holding men accountable for engaging in sex work. You're not holding women accountable, men accountable for engaging in sex work. You're not holding men accountable for engaging in intercourse with people that they haven't like known before, who are just engaging in one night stands. You're not holding men accountable for high body counts. You're holding women accountable for those things and not holding men. Thank you. I appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much.
You have to hold both accountable, because if you don't hold women accountable, like I keep going back to, for showing their bodies off and being degenerate.
To the same degree, though.
If you don't hold a woman accountable, then the men are going to keep doing what you just said. Because it's easy. Oh, all she wants is this. I'm going to use her and make videos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just facts. That's why this thing.
No. That is the fucking terrible thing. No, stop the men that are acting that way, not the women who are doing this, because that is a woman that's honestly victim blaming. It really is, right? You're saying that the woman is at fault there because she put herself in a circumstance in which a man is taking advantage of her.
If you're on OnlyFans selling your naked body, I mean, come on, you're already doing it. You're already selling your.
No, the man was taking advantage of her in terms of the recording and stuff. So clearly speaking, you were looking down on the woman for something the man did, right? You're not holding the man accountable there. You're holding the woman accountable for something the man did.
Wait, no. Because look, if a woman doesn't go on OnlyFans and she's not selling her body, if I go to that woman and let's say I do some, I use her, whatever, for money.
No, you're literally saying men only act this way because women are that way, which is not true.
Yes, because look.
No, men act that way because they're fucking violent, because men are significantly more likely to be violent towards women, right? And this is how it's carried out. It's often carried out in terms of sex because that's a power dynamic, okay?
Yes,
the whole point of these types of things is to establish power and dominance of one over the other, which is enforced and reinforced by this idea of patriarchal social norms, which have been passed down, which actually influence the same belief you have here, and which says that women should be viewed in a different connotation than men to justify treating women differently than men, which is the very precipice of saying that women should be subservient to men or treated differently within that context. This is the very basis of the patriarchy and the social norms that are established by it.
For generations, women have always had to be covered up. They've always had to be clothed. You couldn't show your bodies. You couldn't be naked. You couldn't sell your body on the internet. And all I'm saying is, if you have to hold them accountable too, because you're right. There is men out here who do sick things, but at the same time, you also have to hold her accountable for even putting her naked body up on the internet for that man to purchase and get her pictures or videos of whatever she's doing.
Yeah, if you're caring about promiscuity, but in the same way you care about a woman doing that, you have to care about a man doing it too. If you think that, I appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much. If a man is putting himself on the internet, that's putting his body on the internet, selling his body. The same thing should be applied to that man. But where are you calling out Johnny Sins?
Men, like you just said men are more violent towards women and all this.
Name a time that men have called out Johnny Sins. I'd love to hear it. Name one time. I'm waiting.
You're changing. You're changing.
No, you changed it. Answer my question, and then you can move on to that question.
I don't know.
Name one time. I have never heard it. Never heard it once. Right, but it's always applied to women. That's the double standard. Where have you called out the women who are or the men who are engaging in sex work? It's never talked about. Never bring it up.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm calling out the men who are engaging in all this sex work and stuff.
You were talking about the men that are engaging in sex work and taking advantage of women, not the men who are just engaging in sex work.
Yeah, what are they doing when they engage in sex work? They're taking advantage of women, correct?
Not necessarily. What?
Then what are they doing?
They're engaging in sex work.
Okay, but you said earlier that men were taking advantage of women.
Yeah, many men are taking advantage of women. Right? That's not all men.
But I'm holding them accountable too. I keep going.
But you're not holding them accountable for being a sex worker, though. To the same degree that you hold women accountable.
I just said if women stop showing their bodies and acting like it's all cool and all this.
Well, then why didn't you say men too? If men and women stop showing their bodies and stop acting like it's cool, why didn't you say that?
Is there a cause and effect for everything, Parker?
For everything? Well, I mean, that can go down to like a like many different questions, right?
Okay,
like,
but
do
when
we
it
hold
comes
brute contingent facts to be true? Like brute facts to be true? Like that question can go so many different things.
when it comes to
Mainly,
this,
yes, mainly,
is there a cause and effect when it comes to
mainly,
what we're talking about right now? Is there a cause and effect?
mainly.
Okay, and what's the cause? What's the cause? Why are, first of all, we can go for man or woman. The reason women are selling their bodies is because they can't get in a relationship with the man, so they do it to make money because no man wants to protect and provide for them. And then now they're mad.
No, false.
That's no. I'm saying that is true. That is true. 100.
No. Women are engaging in sex work because they want to be independent, because they want to make their own money.
That's true too.
That's why.
That's true too. But is that okay for them to engage in it because they want to make, or can they do something else?
You can do something. It's okay for people to be sex workers.
Oh, so it's okay for women to be.
Yeah, like if you want to be a sex, I would advise. Here, let me say this. I would advise against those things, like in general, right? As it can have huge social implications on you and the people around you. But there's nothing wrong with someone being a sex worker, right? It's wrong with like what I would say is that it's not wrong in the sense. It's in a sense that it can put you at a lot of risks, right? Yes. That's what I would say. So for someone that I care about, I would say take into account the risks that are imposed by having this type of career path that are not seen with other career paths, right? But there's nothing wrong with them taking on that risk. So as long as they're a consenting adult.
Do you think men create? I just saw someone in your comments say men create. Do you think men create, sex work?
Dude, well, in terms of demand, yeah. There's more sex workers because men demand it more. That's how market operations work.
Yes, and they shouldn't do that. But you just said that a girl being a sex worker is not a bad thing. That's what you just said. So you're
yeah. No, I'm not saying they're doing something wrong for doing that. But what I would say is I would advise someone that I care about, someone that's close to me, against those types of things, as the risks that are associated with it, whether it be exploitation, whether it be like people in society, how they view you, how it can impact your family structures, how it can impact your relationships. There are many things that it can negatively impact you, and I think that there should be a huge conversation around that. But if you are a sex worker, you're not less of a person or worse of a person because you are a sex worker.
Well, then that means the man who's running the thing, he's not less or worse of a person either, correct?
Yeah, just by being that. But if he's taking advantage of people, if he's manipulating people, if he's deceiving them, then yes, he is less of a person within that respect because it's based upon that, not based upon his profession.
But he's, I see, and we're kind of, you probably don't see it, but we're kind of on the same page here. Just a little off.
Yeah, I don't see that, man.
Yeah, I know you don't see it, but we are on the same page because I'm just like you. I'm holding both sides accountable for both things.
Not to the same degree.
But you're acting like there's not a cause and effect. That's all I'm saying. And there is a cause and effect.
To what?
There's a reasoning. There's a reasoning women act the way they act in this new generation. There's a reason men act the way they act in this new generation. Now, like I'm not going to say it again, but there's a cause and effect of why the men are acting that way, and there's a cause.
Yeah, so tell me what the cause is then.
The cause, which one? For how the men act, or the
for
women?
Men and women? Go for both.
Well, like I said it earlier, the effect of women, like I said, thinking being a porn star is, an awesome career. And selling their bodies and just doing degenerate things and on TikTok singing all these rap songs that these girls say nasty degenerate things in, by the time they're 15 years old, they're singing these songs because it's sick. By the time they do all that.
So are the men.
Okay. By the time they do all that, they turn 18, then they get an OnlyFans account because they see every girl doing it. They don't want a relationship anymore. They don't want a relationship. They independent. I'm going to sell my body to other guys, which you still need guys to buy them for to make money. I'm going to say that. But you sell your body, and the effect of that when we come back to the guys, the reason there's guys who take advantage of girls. It's way easier for a guy to take an advantage of a female who does not care about her body. Do we agree? Who doesn't care who does not care about her body. She don't care who sees it. She don't care who touches it. Let's be honest.
Okay, you saying that someone engaging in intercourse with a lot of people does not mean they don't care about their body. That's clearly not true.
I didn't say intercourse. Listen to what I'm saying. I said
you said body count.
A female who's on OnlyFans, who has 60 bodies, who lets guys buy her videos and pictures of her playing with herself. She's going to be easier to take advantage of the girl with 0 bodies, the girl who does not show her body off. She doesn't want a guy to touch her. She doesn't trust guys. She wants you to earn her trust, earn her loyalty like it used to be. Tell me right now that
Can you give me a source for that? Cal, you made a claim that women who have higher bodies are at a greater predisposition for being assaulted. And I'm asking you, can you give me evidence of that?
I'm not, dude. Did you answer the question? You didn't answer the question. If a female,
you're not going to answer my question.
Okay, well, I asked my question first. So if
go for it, and then you're not going to answer mine.
If I will answer yours after you answer mine. Like I said, if a female has 60 bodies, she has an OnlyFans account, she lets guys buy videos and pictures of her playing with herself, being fully butt naked, lets guys touch her, whatever. She's going to be easier to take advantage of than the other girl over here on this side who has 0 bodies. She doesn't want any guy to see her body. She's always covered up. She wants a guy to earn her trust before he can even see her type thing. Like, is the girl who has the OnlyFans account, 60 bodies, all these things, is she going to be easier to take advantage of, Parker?
I don't have good reason to believe either or right now. Can you give me evidence?
You keep
yeah, give me evidence. Give me evidence.
You're going off articles in bullshit media.
Oh, I'm going based upon studies, right? You're just whipping it out of your ass, stamping the trust me bro approval and running with it. Okay, give me a source.
I'm going off common. See, this is what I don't like about our new generation is you don't go off common sense. I'm asking you.
No, you whipped it out of your ass, threw it at the wall, and see if it stuck. That's literally all you did.
No, I'm asking you a common sense question. That is
not a common sense question. That is a question that would be tested by empirics.
That's a problem.
What are you talking about, bro?
That's a problem. And so you only
no, it's not a problem.
You only go off of stuff you see on Google.
Yeah, when it relates to this scenario, this is an empirical claim. The way that we're going to test this empirical claim is by providing empirical evidence. Would you like to provide empirical evidence?
No, I like I said. I mean, I said what I said, and you can't answer the question because you know what.
No, I did answer the question. I said I don't know. I would need evidence to justify a conclusion when it relates to this particular question. Right? I don't have evidence, therefore I can't justify a conclusion. Do you have evidence to justify a conclusion?
It's facts.
Well, then what are the facts? Tell me, show me. Thank you. I appreciate the mic check. Thank you.
Dude, as human being race, see, this is the problem.
Bro.
Do we not go outside and talk to everyone? Like, do we
Trust me, bro. Anecdotal experience. Trust me, bro. Anecdotal experience.
Yeah, why do you keep going back to Google? Nobody cares
because it's more likely to be true than your anecdotal experience because it can take into account many different types of biases. As statistical-based studies, that's the whole basis of statistics. That's the whole basis of these different fields of study is to lower and minimize the amount of biases so that we can have better conclusive data about the population.
No,
are you rejecting the field of statistics?
Yes, it's just to control the population.
Kel, you don't understand what you're talking. You reject statistics. Okay. Do you know if any vaccines are effective?
I'm told, honestly, if you're going to get I'm totally against that. I think that.
Of course you are. Of course. You just deny that. Do you think chemotherapy is effective?
I think it's effective to an extent, but I think they could kill.
How do you know that it's effective?
Because my grandpa had cancer.
That's the only reason you know. So if your grandpa didn't go through that circumstance, you wouldn't. I'll ask you this question. Does insulin work?
Yes, it does.
Do you know people who need to use insulin?
I don't.
You don't. So yet you still know it works. How do you know it works?
I know I've seen people use it.
Really?
I mean, I know it works, but.
And how do you know it works?
Off my eyes. My eyes are open. I have my eyes open. I'm awake.
Yeah, no, because you didn't know anyone. You can't form conclusions from people you don't know. Okay.
Why? But how do you know? How do you know more? You just told me a minute ago. You said you do your homework, you go to class, you come back, you do TikTok. I travel around the world. I go places. My eyes are always open.
I look at studies for this type of evidence.
So people, if you think your studies that you read on Google that our government
on Google Scholar,
that our government and stuff does not control those bull crap claims and
no, a lot of them no. Some can be government funded, but they're not controlled by the government.
If you can look it up on your computer, dude, it's controlled. So you need to go out and do your own research with your own eyes.
Hell, I don't believe that.
Stop debating with people and put your computer down for a minute. Go out, look at things with your own eyes, and then come back and debate with people.
I did. I already did look around. And you know what I saw?
You go to class. And
nothing that justifies your position. So do you want to give me evidence?
I gave you all the evidence.
Kel, you know what you need to do? You need to open up a book. You need to read the first 2 lines at least, and maybe you'd be able to pick up some type of information.
The only book I'm reading, my guy, is the Quran.
Okay. Thank you for the hand, Tar. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Is that because you're religious?
No, I'm not transitioned yet, but that's the only book I'm reading is the Quran right now.
Okay. Well, clearly speaking, I think that you should be reading many other books, as it sounds like we haven't done so. Sounds like you just rejected the field of statistics. So and you rejected the field of statistics, but then appealed to it when it relates to insulin.
That's okay. But anyway,
that's okay.
I wish you. I wish you all luck, and I want you to actually.
Are you running away?
No, I mean I don't have to run away. I could keep going, but I want you to stop looking. I want people to get their head out of the screen. Stop looking up statistics and Googling stuff. Actually look at the world in the common sense. See, that's how it's easy, though.
Kel,
that is how it's easy.
Literally, anecdotal evidence is less likely to be true, and I'll tell you why. Okay, if I am going into a classroom, thank you, I appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much. There's 150 people in this classroom of many different ages. Okay, if I go into this classroom and I just go to the left corner of the classroom, and I just ask 5 people in that corner what their age is, and then I use that as an estimate of the overall age of that classroom, would that be accurate?
Say that again.
Okay. There's a classroom of 150 people, right? Yep. People of all different ages in this classroom. If I go to the left corner of the classroom and I ask 5 people in that corner of the classroom whether or not, what age they are, right? Is that going to be an accurate representation of the overall mean age of the classroom?
If you go in there and you ask them all their age,
the 5 people in the corner.
Yes, if you walked in there and are you talking about the whole classroom or just
of the whole classroom? Are the 5 people, their ages, going to be accurately representing the mean of the population, the classroom, right? Is it going to be accurate representative of that? Accurately representative of that
of the population?
Yes, of the 150 people in that classroom. That's the population in this sense.
Absolutely no.
No, it's not going to be. Why? Because it's based upon perspective bias, right? Because or selection bias. Whatever is just around you is what you decided to look at. So the same way that when you are experiencing reality and you're just looking at the things around you, it's bias, right? And that's why when we use statistics, the field of statistics, we are removing that selection bias, right? So that we can actually get information that is demonstrating of, right, facts of reality. Because if it's influenced by all these different variables and biases, we're not going to have accurate representations of reality.
If you would have asked me, if you asked all 150 students in that classroom and you were talking about just for that classroom, there you go. That's factual. So that you're saying something I do agree with in a way on certain stances, but you can't say that you can't go out in the world on your own and have your own real, with your own eyes, evidence.
Let me clarify. Kel, when I have an experience with my mother, right, that's going to be accurate at representing what my mother is like. It's not going to be accurate representing what the average mother is like, necessarily speaking. So like in my prior experiences with people that I know would represent the people I know, not everyone across the board. So when you're making generalized claims about men and women because of the people that you've had experiences with, that's inherently a biased process of coming to conclusions.
Okay, so basically what you're preaching is you're preaching that you're basically preaching women, y'all are okay. Like you said, to sell your bodies. It's fine to sell your body. It's fine to have 60 bodies, run around, act degenerate, and do bad things. Basically, that's you're preaching that, and you're preaching that it's okay for man to settle for that as their wife, as a wife. You're preach. That's what you're preaching as a man to.
Yeah, I'm arguing that there's nothing wrong with people that have high body counts. There's nothing wrong with people who are engaging in sex work, right? But there are risks and issues that you can talk about when people are engaging in these different types of behaviors. When it relates to sex work, right, there are risks in terms of how you are going to be viewed, in terms of the relationships you're going to have, in terms of how it's going to affect your family, into the future and in the long term, right, that are relevant to whether or not you want to engage in that type of action. I don't think you're doing something wrong if you engage in that action, but anyone that I would care about, I would make sure that they know the risks involved with engaging in that action. The same way that, thank you for the hand, I appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with investing in a risky business, right? There's nothing morally wrong with that, right? But there are many risks involved with investing in that particular business.
But you think there's nothing morally wrong with a woman selling her body?
There's nothing more. No, well, you do that with every job we have. I'm selling my body right now.
No. I'm talking about
like naked.
Like basically, that's prostitution. Yeah, that's not okay. OnlyFans is what.
Why is it not okay?
It's never been okay. It's never been okay.
No, why is it not okay? Give me an argument.
It's prostitution. Is that legal in all states?
That doesn't mean it's right or wrong. There are many things that are legal that are illegal that are okay. Like, is it wrong to smoke weed?
Look,
it's illegal in many states.
The reason it's wrong is because that does not make the world go around. Because what's going to happen, like I'm trying to teach you, and stop looking at statistics. You know that this will happen if it keeps going this way. Is that men aren't going to?
And that's because of statistics.
Listen, no. We know men aren't going to want women. If every single woman's having, they're not going to marry a woman with an OnlyFans account selling their body to other men. So first of all, marriages are going to drop. Guess what? We're going to stop reproducing, and the population is going to decline drastically, a long time from now, but it's going to decline drastically because that's not how the world works. I don't care if you think that's how it should be. You can say whatever. But
no, you're misunderstanding me. Let me clarify, because you're misunderstanding my position. I never said people should be sex workers. I never made that argument. What I said is that there's nothing wrong with being a sex worker. Okay, there are many risks involved, but there's nothing wrong with it morally speaking.
Okay, but
it's consenting, it's adult. You can't give me anything that's wrong with it. You really can't.
Okay. Will the population increase if we have
many
more?
Most people aren't going to be sex workers.
What do you mean most people aren't going to be sex workers?
Most people are not sex workers.
What generation are you talking about? Gen Z? What generation are you talking about? Because
any generation across the board, most people are not sex workers.
Okay, but isn't it going more towards more women are becoming sex workers now?
More men are becoming sex workers now because population is increasing.
Men aren't sex workers.
Men are sex workers.
Men aren't.
Kel,
men are sex workers.
Send a guest request back, bro. Kel, send a guest request back and I'll accept you back in. You got to call, man. Just send a guest request back. In the meantime, everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live copy link, share it to a few friends. It'll help get it out to more people. Trinity, thank you so much for the hand hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the hand hearts. Thank you so much, Trinity. W Trinity in the comment section. Yo, thank you so much for the hitting my goal. I appreciate it, Trinity. W Trinity, everyone in the chat. W Trinity, honestly. Yeah, thank you for all the hand hearts. I appreciate it, Trinity. Go for it. Say what you're saying, Kel.
I was saying men aren't the ones that are, on a big scale being sex workers. Men are the ones who are taking advantage of women and creating, making profit off of women, basically. That's what men are doing. There are many men that are sex workers, and sure, there are some men that are taking advantage of women. I would agree with that. But but women, I appreciate the hand hearts. Thank you so much. Women aren't the ones running.
Pink and green. I appreciate the description. Thank you.
The women aren't the ones running the sex working. They're not the ones running that. We all know
there are some women that are, right, and actually, OnlyFans allows them to own it.
Yeah,
that's actually the cool thing with OF is that it allows for them to have autonomy over what they're doing.
It does, but I also know personally women who have OnlyFans that there's a man who actually makes 50% profit off of all her things.
Yeah, and that's wrong. But I'm saying that like this is unique with OF.
But see, you just said that's wrong for this man to make 50% profit off her selling her body, right?
Yeah, if it's just her, right? Like that's like an Andrew Tate circumstance.
That's wrong. But how? Okay, that's wrong in what way? Why is that wrong?
Because he's not doing anything. If he was a part of it, then he can take money.
He is a part of it. What if he's marketing her? What if he's helping her get views?
Well, then it should be relative to him marketing.
So if a man sees a woman on OnlyFans showing her body, like, hey, I can get you more views, I can get you more subs, let me get 50% profit. All I'm gonna do is wake up in the morning and post a link on my account and have guys come watch you. And she says okay to that. Is he wrong?
Well, they're business partners, so there's nothing wrong with in that sense if they have like a contract and they've set that up. But 50% for doing that is too much. I would disagree with like the proportions. But that's their businesses; they consented to that.
Okay. So you don't think it's wrong. You just think the percentages is off.
Well, that's why I think it's wrong in that sense, because it's like not fair, but
it's not wrong.
But it's not wrong. I think I appreciate the little comment. Thank you so much. It's not wrong in terms of the action, as it's like, I'm just saying it's not fair. Let me clarify in that sense.
Yes. Okay. But do you think that we'd have a decline on men taking advantage of women in a bad way? That should not happen. I am totally against that. But do you think we'd have a decline on that if women stop showing their bodies off and being easy?
No.
Really?
Because I think it's men. I think it's caused by men. I don't think it's caused by women. Right? Men can show off their bodies, and it's not going to cause anything in women to assault them.
Really? Have you?
Yeah. If I start showing my body, are women gonna assault me? If I'm at the beach or something, are women gonna assault me? I think I appreciate the hand art.
No, but if you're a man though, you're talking about you're a male. It's different.
Okay. So like exactly the point, right? So it's men that are the issue here that are assaulting people based upon the way that they're dressing. It's not women because they're dressing that way. Because I can dress that way and I'm not going to get assaulted.
Because a woman might try.
And also, by the way, there's actually not good evidence indicating that clothing necessarily increases the likelihood of someone being assaulted. There's actually not good evidence of that, by the way.
Have you looked at Dubai's evidence? Have you looked at Dubai's crime rate, bro?
It's extraordinarily low. That's all I know.
Yeah. Do you know why it's extraordinary?
Thank you for the galaxy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Do you know why it's extraordinarily low, bro? Do you know why it's low?
No.
Oh, what do women do? What do women do over there that women here don't do?
That's just correlation. That's not causation. There are many places that have that type of clothes where they're wearing those types of clothes, and there is higher rates of violence. Thank you. I appreciate the duck. Thank you so much.
But not as high as where? Here, correct? The United States.
No. There are places that have higher than the United States. Yeah.
Okay, we're like top 5. I know we are. We're very high on that ranking, and it's because women want to walk around.
Wait, top 5 for what?
Sexual crimes.
Thank you. I appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. I'll look that up.
It's not good, and it's because the thing is, a woman, and the reason I say this is because I don't like seeing women get taken advantage of. I don't want guys to be able to take it. There's sick, as we know, guys out here that will do that. So when you tell
thank you for the glowing jellyfish, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
When you tell a female, and this is just facts, like nobody wants it this way. But
no, we're not top 5. It's false.
What are we?
I don't even see us in the top 10. I don't even see us on this list because
that's false. That's false evidence, partner.
No, that's from the World Population Review. You can look that up. That's accredited. I can find it from other places as well. I'll look.
But listen. If you tell a woman it's okay for you to walk at night down this street half naked by yourself, it's okay for you to do that because a man can do it. It's okay for you to do it too. You're putting
no. That's not what I'm saying. No, Kel, that's not what I'm saying. Kel, that's not what I'm saying. Kel, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Let me finish my sentence.
No, because you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. You're literally lying about what I'm saying right now, Kel. You're literally lying about what I'm saying. I am not arguing that. What I'm arguing, thank you for the confetti. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What I'm arguing is that the cause of this happening is the men. Well, you need to call it the men, not the women, right? You can tell women that they should respond to these things if it's true that it can increase the likelihood of these types of things to keep themselves safe. But that does not mean that it was not caused by the men.
There's sick men out here. We can't make these men not sick. I mean, there's men out here that do sick things. That's all what I'm saying. And a woman statistically, Parker, won't be able to defend herself against another man as a man could defend himself against a man. And that's
US is 13.
Okay, 13
in the world, and for statistics in relation to grape.
Yeah, and how many are above that?
Dude, say that in your head again. I said they're number 13, and you said how many are above them? Thank you for the confetti. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
But see that's all I'm saying is it's you just can't like I said. Let me get back to my point. A woman can't defend herself against a man the way a man can defend himself against a man. So if and this is just true. Like I said, I don't want it to be this way. But if I walk down the street by myself at night, naked, let's say I'm naked, and some dude just tries to come touch on me or something, I have a good chance of defending myself. But let's say an 18-year-old girl walks down the street like that, right? Because she thinks it's okay for what you're saying. She think that's okay. Well, guess what? Now you're putting her in harm's way by telling girls that it's okay for them to be like that. It's not okay because
no, Kel, you're not understanding. You're not understanding at all. I literally clarified it, and you didn't listen. You didn't listen at all. Okay, it is not her fault in the sense that it was caused by him, but you can still tell people that different types of actions can put them at greater risks and greater harms, right? But it is not the fault of the person who got assaulted or violated. Does that make sense?
There's a cause and effect.
Yeah, and the cause was the fucking dude, not the girl.
Yeah, yes, but the effect was what?
The person was assaulted.
So let's stop trying to take the cause out and let's take the effect out, because the effect has to come out too.
What? No, you remove the effect by removing the cause. What are you talking about, bro?
Sorry. Let me re-say that. I got jumbled up. The cause, you have to remove the cause first. And you said the cause was the man, correct?
Clearly.
Okay, yes. I do agree with that. And I want to agree with that. But unfortunately, the United States is not a safe place. So you can't change. That's something you can't do anything about. I mean, there's going to be a lot of crime here, right? So you can't do anything about that. What you can do is politely tell younger girls, hey, maybe you should not go sell your body. Maybe you should not go walk down the street half naked at night.
Cal, can you give me any evidence that indicates that wearing clothes like that particularly increases the likelihood of rape in America?
If we send a girl down a bad road and she has no shirt on, she's half naked, do you not think
Kel, can you give me any type of evidence that indicates wearing clothes like that in the United States increases the likelihood of assault?
It's common sense, Parker. It's common sense, dude.
Yeah, can you give me evidence?
No, you can't. See, that's a defensive mechanism you use. When you say, "Can you give me evidence?" That's a defensive mechanism.
No, it's literally a coping mechanism from you because you have no evidence. You literally are just saying things, and then whenever I ask you for evidence, you don't want to respond. You don't want to give me the evidence, and you just keep doing the same thing. You're coping.
No,
you're coping with the fact that you have no fucking evidence.
The evidence is you
don't got shit, Kel. You got nothing.
I'm asking you, from you person to person, stop looking at stuff use your brain, Parker.
I am using my brain, and that my brain fucking requires evidence, bro. So can you give me evidence?
No, what do you think?
I need evidence.
You need evidence for everything.
Yeah. In order to make a conclusion when it relates to this, I'm going to need evidence, right? I'm not going to make an assertion without evidence, right? For example, right? Can I just make the assertion that men are all violent without having any evidence?
I mean, it's common sense that men are more violent than women.
I said men are all violent. Every single fucking one. Okay.
If you said that, I can say it's false without evidence, correct?
No.
So I can't say so you could say men are all violent, and I can't say not all men are violent, and that's not just
Unless you have evidence, and the evidence would be I'm not violent and I'm a man. That's evidence. I can dispute it using evidence.
But if I say all men are not violent and I don't use evidence, that's just common sense thinking. I'm wrong because I don't have evidence. That's
all men are violent. If I don't have evidence of that claim, there's no reason to accept that. You have no basis for saying that you're right.
Okay, so you're just not a fast thinker.
I appreciate the swan. Thank you so much. I'm not a fast thinker.
No.
Says the one that can't give me fucking evidence.
I'm using my brain, Parker. You need to use your brain.
No, you're not. You're not using your brain, and that's why you're not giving me evidence.
You can't. It's hard to sit here and debate with you because all you go off of is other.
No, Cal, dude, you literally said my brain is just not fast enough, and I told you that the U.S. was number 13, and you asked me how many are before that.
That wasn't your brain, though. I'm not looking.
No, that was your brain. Thank you.
No, I'm having a conversation with you. You searched that up. You said, let me look it up. And you look up every single thing on your freaking phone. Everything. You look up everything. You have no.
No, I don't. If you make an empirical claim, I'm going to need empirical evidence for that. I don't use. Okay, for example, right? I'm going to know that all bachelors are unmarried without meeting a bachelor or without looking it up on my phone. Why? Because it's fucking true given the definition. Okay. It's deductively true given the definition. Okay. There's deductive proof for that. Rational proof, right? You're not giving me rational proof right now. You're asking just what my opinion would be. And I'm saying I won't have an opinion on it until I have any type of empirical evidence, as that would be what's most likely to be true.
I go off common sense. I don't search. I don't.
Oh, you go off of trust me, bros.
No, you're the type of person, and I'm not, no disrespect to you, but you're the type of person I can see, Parker, that they can go tell you to go take a shot, of course, and you're going to go run and be the first one that's standing in line taking it. So
I don't drink.
So no, I'm not talking about that kind of shot, Parker. If you could get on my level.
Oh, like a vaccine?
Yes.
If we have evidence, yes, I'm going to take the fucking vaccine.
Yeah, and
hell, you literally are against all vaccines because you dispute the entire field of statistics.
Hold on. Did you? I don't want to get into. I hate getting into this topic, but did you take the vaccine, the COVID?
Yes.
Okay, and you did it. You did that because of what? Because of statistics. Evidence. Right?
Science.
You know it took them 2 years to make that vaccine.
You know that they were looking at and understanding things about mRNA technology since the 60s. You know, they were working on vaccinations that relate to this since the early 2010s, since the early 2000s, right? They've been studying mRNA technology for decades, bro. What are you talking about?
Do you trust Bill Gates?
Not necessarily.
Okay, you know he owns a huge percentage of all of that.
How much?
I don't look it up.
No, you tell me.
Look it up.
Tell me. How much does he own of what? Pfizer?
I don't care about a certain. I'm just telling you that he.
What percent of Pfizer does Bill Gates own? He owns a whopping. This is Walmart. Pfizer. How much? It doesn't even tell me. So the Gates Foundation invested $37 million in Pfizer in 2002. Oh, did you get a call? Did you get a call, Kel?
No, I'm good. You can keep talking.
Oh, did you get a call? Send a guest request back. You got to call, man. Kel, send a guest request back. You gotta call. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, so I have all the Pfizer trades here. Okay. I think we have a few million shares, maybe. Something like that. Let me go to the next person. Let me get Kel, everyone. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1.5 million likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, everyone, share the live, copy link, or send it to a few friends. We'll help get it out to more people. Let's try to get to 2K shares, everyone. If you like my content, follow me. If you haven't already, I go live literally every day for 6 hours. We're going to be only on for 5 hours today, though, everyone.
Did you figure it out?
It doesn't tell me like the overall percent.
Yeah, of course it doesn't. But you know,
I can try to find it. Can you give me 1 second? Yeah. Let me see. It's not even in his top 10.
Yeah, of course. It's just get off the phone for a minute. Just talk. Of course.
So you don't want me to look it up?
No, I don't want you to look it up.
Okay.
But you can't you go off statistics and like with the vaccine. I mean, it took them 2 years. They don't even know the long-term effects of that shot. First of all, at all. So
yo, Kel, do you know the long-term effects of the phone you're looking at right now? Thank you, Vex. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. The blue light coming off the phone you're watching. Do you know the long-term impacts of that?
Yeah, the radiation. Yes, I know it could.
No, you fucking don't. Have there been 100-year studies on your iPhone screen? You look at your iPhone screen every single day for fucking 8 hours a day, right? Are there 100-year studies on that?
Yeah. I mean,
No, because these things are not likely to happen that late around, right? Vaccinations, if we look at vaccinations that have been given to the public, no vaccination that has been given to the public has produced a side effect that has been manifested after 6 months after injection. Okay, that means no new side effect will just manifest after 6 months after injection. That just doesn't happen. Okay. So if it's been that long, we've had clinical trials done for that long. Clearly speaking, we have good evidence to indicate that we're going to be fine. Thank you for that mustache. I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah. But all I'm saying is let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't taken one vaccine in my life. I've never gotten the flu. I've never gotten chickenpox. I don't even have that. I've never gotten
measles, polio.
I've never gotten any of that.
Did your parents give you any vaccines when you were born?
No.
Not a single one. Did you go to public school?
And the school, they tried to make me take it. I became homeschooled.
So you didn't go to public school?
No.
Okay. That's wild, bro.
But I've never been sick. I've not taken one shot.
You've never been sick in your life? That's bullshit.
No, I've been sick, but I've never had the flu. I've never had COVID.
You've never had the flu?
No, I've never in my life.
Have you gotten tested?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a cold before. I've had a cold probably 3 times my whole life.
No. Have you gotten tested for flu?
Have I been tested if I have the flu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and you didn't have it.
No, I've
Wait,
never.
So by the way, you trusted them to take enough to take the tests, but you don't trust them enough to take the fucking vaccine?
I mean, I'm not shoving some chemicals in my body for a test to see if I have.
Have you taken any COVID test?
No.
You've never taken a COVID test. Have you taken Tylenol before?
No. I'm against medication.
You've never taken medicine in your life?
Well, I've taken Benadryl one time when I was like,
fucking gotcha, bro. You literally, dude, how do you trust them enough to take Benadryl, but you can't take any other fucking thing?
Did you hear what I said? I took it when I was 4 and my mom gave it to me. I couldn't.
Okay, so you couldn't choose. Oh, and you were fine, right?
Yeah, but I'm just against all that, dude. Our bodies have an immune system. If you catch it, you get it. Your body will have a natural immunity to it. So I don't.
Yeah, but that's the issue, is that many people, when developing this natural immunity without having any type of vaccination immunity, right, will die. Will have negative impacts, right? The point of this is to reduce the amount of people that die or would have died, given the fact that we didn't have access to these different types of things. Have you never taken Motrin or ibuprofen? You've never taken Advil ever?
No, I just drink some water.
Just drink water. Wait, how do you know there's not stuff in your water?
I drink I get Fiji water.
How do you know there's not stuff in Fiji water?
I mean, there could be, yes, there could be, but I'm just telling you, I'm not going to sit there and go get an injection into my bloodstream. I'm not doing that. I mean,
Did you get your wisdom teeth taken out?
No.
No, you're not going to get your wisdom teeth taken out?
Nope.
Will you get a colonoscopy when you're older?
No.
Dude, you're so fucked, bro, dude. That's so fucked, man. If you got if you got in a car accident, would you go to the hospital?
If it was under my own will, no.
If you're gonna die, you wouldn't go to the hospital?
No, I'd
Dude.
honestly, like, I just don't. I just don't agree with things like that. I mean, if you know, when the time,
There's no way. You gotta be trolling, bro.
no, I'm not. When everyone's gonna. Here's the thing. Everyone in this chat, you and me, we're all gonna die. It's gonna happen. So everyone's gonna die. So you're just the inevitable.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the hospital if I'm gonna die. Dude, if my dad followed your reasoning, he'd be dead right now. He'd literally be dead. My dad would not be alive.
Yeah. Well, my grandpa followed the reasoning and he died. So.
Yeah, no, I can relate. My grandma would have died way earlier, right? My grandpa would have died way earlier, right? And there are many people in my life that would have died way earlier if they didn't have access to healthcare.
Yeah, nothing against it. I'm just saying I would rather die on my own will instead of dying in a hospital bed.
No, but they'll save your life, man.
No. They won't.
They literally do.
I mean, you have a chance. You have a high chance of them not, depending on what we're talking about
No,
here.
they literally fucking save people's lives.
Yeah, and they also tell people you have 2 weeks left.
Yeah, and that they're doing the best they can to save their life.
Yeah.
You know how many people are saved by doctors? It's actually ridiculous. It really is. There's so many people would die for many other things that doctors now get rid of so quickly and so easily.
For how much money?
Clearly, it's for a lot of money, but in other countries of the world, they have universal healthcare systems that don't spend as much as we do here in the United States. It's the corporate-based, profit-backed insurance companies that are destroying the market here in the United States, not necessarily the doctors.
Yeah, and I would not give them a dime. That's just me. I'm just against that whole taking medicine and going to the doctor because my arm hurts today. I'm against all that stuff, man. I just
that makes no sense, honestly. Like, you wouldn't get your kids vaccinated? Do you have tattoos?
Yes.
Okay, why do you trust them putting stuff under your skin there?
I mean, tattoos have been around for ever. They have evidence. Tattoos have been around longer than medicine.
I don't know about when it relates to the tattoos, the stuff they currently use now.
Well, I'm talking about modern medicine. Sorry, I'm talking
about modern tattoos.
I take herbs. What?
I'm talking about modern tattoos.
Modern tattoos.
Yeah, you got a modern tattoo, right? A tattoo in the modern era.
Yeah.
Tattoos in the modern era are different than they were throughout history.
I mean, they're probably. I mean, common sense wise, they're safer.
Common sense wise, they're safer. Yeah, clearly.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
and we use different methods.
Yeah, but when it comes to modern medication, it's not that's not even close. Like medicine way back when, which is herbs that grow out of our ground in the world. Those are way safer, more natural, better to put in your body than a man-made medication.
That's actually not true. There are more issues with many tattoos and getting tattoos, many issues with people getting tattoos in the first place that are less likely to happen with many different types of medicines.
So you think tattoos kill more people than medications?
Than some types of medication, yeah.
No. If you look at let's do statistics. If you look at every single person in the world who's gotten a tattoo and every single person in the world who's gotten medication, I promise you more people have died from medication.
Well, because medication is used more. Thank you for the hat mustache. I appreciate it.
All right. Did you just see what you just did? You use common sense. There you go. You just said because medication is used more. So
no, I use
that
deductive proof.
That's what I'm doing.
No, you gave me no deductive proof with the things you had before. You just told me, do you agree with this? That's not deductive proof, bro.
But me and you just it's funny because me and you don't agree on pretty much anything.
Yeah, that's probably an issue.
It is an issue, but
not for me.
It is an issue for you too.
No, dude, if you disagree with me on everything, bro, I'm sorry, man, but like, holy fuck, dude, holy shit. That is wild, bro. That is wild. Well, you've disagreed with me today is wild, bro. I don't think you understand. You not saying that any vaccines are effective. You denying the field of statistics. Thank you for the gem gun. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You saying that you wouldn't take any type of treatment. You saying that you wouldn't go to the doctor's office even you got into a car accident. Someone shoots you, right? And you're still not going to go to the doctor's office. That's fucking wild, bro. You're literally like not operating in reality, bro.
No, the problem is I am operating in reality and I just live my life. I don't worry about things. I just live my life, bro. Like, that's what everyone should do and stop. I don't know, stop bickering about stuff and just know how the world works and how it's always worked. And we should just keep it going like how it's going and stop trying to, stop trying to add things and change things. And I don't like any of it. Like, it's not going to work. It's going to lead to, our world is going to completely crash if people keep trying to change the way the world has always evolved. What makes the world go around, basically. So
no. Progression is what moves the world forward. Do you think that changing whether or not women had rights made the world worse? Do you think racial integration made the world worse?
I might get in trouble for saying this, but I do think in some certain situations it does, yes.
Oh my God. Dude, are you against women having the right to vote?
No. I don't vote. I don't believe in voting, so I don't care about that.
Are you against racial integration?
No.
No, but that's a change to the system. It used to be the fact that countries were, schools were segregated, right? But I believe in, and you also believe in, racial integration, right? So that things are not segregated, right? That's a change.
Yeah. Well, like I said, some changes are good, and some changes are bad. Do you agree with that?
Sure, right? But like, you'd have to justify here that this change is bad. You just said that, made a broad statement that like change is not good, and that's what's going to lead to the degradation of society. Well, then you have to give me bad changes. What changes particularly are leading to the degradation of society?
That someone can classify as a cat.
No one can classify as a cat. It's not something we hold to. Cats, strictly biological sense. When it relates to are you talking about trans women? Trans women being women, right? What is meant by women in that scenario is commitments and identification with like the cultural and social norms that are typically associated with the female sex. It's not saying that they're biologically female. It's saying that there are commitments or identification associated with these particular characteristics that are typically associated with the female sex.
Yeah, but like having another change, I don't like having a transgender woman. She can go, play in a male league. That's just stupid. You know what I'm saying?
No. So trans women after multiple years of HRT are almost statistically the same to cis women when it relates to sports. Thank you for the hint. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And also even without male puberty, it's like literally like indistinguishable, if not less, for trans women, right? So actually, like, there's really no reason to limit trans women after multiple years of HRT or that have not gone through male puberty from being able to compete in women's sports. Clearly speaking, there's not an unfair advantage there.
Okay, so if you throw a trans woman in the octagon with a full grown man, you taking your money's on her, right?
No, because she's on likely on estrogen, right? Which
no, I'm talking about
reduces bone density, reduces like muscle mass, reduces lots of things.
No, I'm talking about after you said, what'd you say, 2 years?
2 years of HRT, yeah. After 2 years of HRT, yeah, that's going to be the case.
They're basically
equal with cis women.
Yeah, so that means they can now.
So a trans woman and a cis woman would be able to be in an octagon, right? If it was fair, yeah, which is the case after 2-3 years of HRT, or if they have not gone through male puberty and have been on HRT.
But no. There's trans women that can actually play a male sport. No, that's not what they're not playing against. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. You mean? I'm confused what you're talking about.
A trans woman can play in a male sport now, like basketball.
Thank you for the hand. I appreciate it.
For example,
what about it?
That I'm against that change. I think that change isn't fair on her.
That's actually not a change. If anything, that would be staying the same. I think what you're relating to is trans men. See, you don't even understand the fucking terminology, dude. You're literally misusing the terminology.
No, I just said, I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know really all the terminology of transgender stuff, but I do know
a trans man is someone who is biologically female and a man. A trans woman is someone who's biologically male, but a woman.
Okay. So yeah, a trans man then playing basketball or something. Like, I don't agree with that change. There you go. Because I think that's not fair.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think that's fair on him, you know. Because how
okay, but that's their choice to play or not. If they don't want to play in that league, they don't have to.
But see, now you give them more choices than the average male or female.
What?
The regular male or female, because I can't choose. I can't choose to go get in boxing against females and just completely dominate.
No. Trans men would play. Trans men would only be able to play against men. Thank you. I appreciate the Leon. Thank you so much. Wasn't me. W wasn't me in the comment section right now. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You just said they are able to choose.
Choose with what? By the way, everyone, I'm turning on sub only chat. Or if you want to have access to sub only chat, subscribe if you haven't already. It's one of the best ways to support me. Because I am only going on for 5 hours today, everyone. Sorry, say your question again.
You just said they were able to choose. That's what you told me. They're able to choose which one they want to play in.
No. Trans men are going to play in the men's league. If they've been on testosterone, yeah, clearly they're going to play in the men's league.
Okay, and you think that's okay?
Yeah, there's no issue with that.
There's no risk, no danger.
People really only have an issue with trans women playing in women's sports. People haven't had an issue with trans men playing in men's sports. Thank you. I appreciate the elephant. Thank you so much.
I know that. I just had an issue with it because I don't think it's fair on the trans man to play in a men's.
Okay, but it's their choice to play. It's whether or not they want to play. Dad Girl, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you very much.
You're right. It is their choice.
Wait. By the way, have you gotten COVID?
No, I've never gotten COVID, and I don't have the vaccine.
Never once gotten COVID. I haven't gotten COVID either, and I got vaccinated.
But
someone said on your page that you did get did get COVID.
I definitely did not get COVID. But see, that's the funny thing, right? You know, you have a vaccinated person like yourself.
Flora, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it.
And you have a non-vaccinated person like myself, and we both have not gotten COVID. So that's all
There's no way you determine whether or not it's effective just by looking at me and you. That's Cal. This is why you can't deny the field of statistics, man. Then you make absurd claims like that, bro. Come on.
Why have I not gotten COVID and I've never gotten the shot?
Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. You just happen to not get it the same way I've happened to not get it. You could be asymptomatic. Likely speaking, you are. Sergeant, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Because I've gotten colds when I go out to places. Like I went out to like a rave probably or so like a year ago or something, and I got a cold, but I've never gotten COVID. I've gone to Universal. I got a cold. I never got COVID.
I don't. When the government says go take a shot, go put a shot inside of your body, I don't run. I do my
subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's not just the government. You look at institutions internationally speaking. You can look at the data. James, I appreciate the subscription as well. Thank you.
No, I don't look at any of that. I look at the test dummies. I look at all the people who run first and take the shot and see what happens.
And what happened? We were fine.
Oh no, a lot of people have died from the vaccine.
Ellie, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got vaccinated almost 3 years ago.
Okay, you're fine, but you could actually look up people have died from the vaccine.
Yeah, who?
I don't know who they are.
Thank you for the garland. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. There's been like 2 people from like New Zealand.
They died. There's been more.
Thank
than
you, Dustin. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. From the vaccine?
There's been more than 2 people from the vaccine. I know for sure, but we can go off of your statistics.
No. If you're looking at VAERS is just correlation.
We could go off of yours. 2 people is enough. 0 people.
Alexa, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. No, 2 people is not enough because 2 people would be way less than the amount of people that were saved by getting the vaccination. Jade, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
So you believe the number of people that died from COVID. You believe that all that, right?
Yeah. I think it's a relatively good estimate. Yeah.
So you believe So I'm just trying to get a good gauge on you. You believe the news, like you watch the news. You believe in
I don't watch mainstream news now.
Okay, but you believe
this doesn't come from mainstream news. Mainstream news might report on this, but it doesn't come from mainstream news.
Mainstream news pushes. Basically, you do everything that mainstream news pushes. That's what I'm getting at.
Thank you, Lord. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. No, I don't. Slammy, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope that you get it. I don't know. I hope you go out and you start enjoying your life a little bit better, Parker. And
I am enjoying my life.
No, that's great. But I'm just saying, when it comes to debating, you would just be somebody. One can come back at you if you have facts from what you saw. Even if people say, "Oh, you're crazy" or whatever, guess what? I know I'm not, because I know what I've seen. So I don't look at statistics. So if you start doing that, your debates will probably be a little.
Spooky, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Yeah, I clearly, I don't think that me denying the field of statistics is going to make me a better debater. I think it's going to make me a worse debater. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, that girl.
No, because you can argue.
Alicat, thank you so much for the subscription.
You can argue against statistics, but you can't argue against a man who's seen something with their own eyes. You can't argue with the man you can't argue with the man who's, if you're arguing about how does it feel to get shot, and you're arguing with the man who got his leg blown off, and he tells you he actually got his leg blown off, and he doesn't look at statistics. He knows nothing about statistics on how a bullet wound feels, but he tells you how it feels. I'm not going to believe you because you looked that up on Google.
Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
I'm going to believe the man who actually has his leg shot off. Does that make sense to you? Because I know it does.
Oh, okay. Like you can like listen to that and say like it could be determinate. Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. It could be determinate maybe of the way that you feel, or a way for you to visualize it. But ultimately speaking, what would probably indicate what's most likely for how the way that you're going to feel would be data overall. As again, someone particularly, it could be different for them comparative to everyone else. And like in general circumstances.
So basically, even if someone shows you cold hard proof of something you're debating with someone, you're still going to go back to statistics, even though that person actually went.
If we're making an overall claim, yeah. If we're making a claim about everyone, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate the handout. Thank you so much, because it accounts for many different biases that you can't from an individual standpoint.
Okay.
Like, do you agree people have different pain tolerances?
I do agree.
So what your pain tolerance is might not be accurately represented by what the pain tolerance is of that individual you're talking to.
Yeah, but that man could accurately represent how a bullet wound feels more than you can, even looking it up on your phone. Agree?
I mean, in terms of the level of pain, thank you, Katie. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I don't think so.
I'm not talking about you're bouncing. I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking
in terms
about
of how it feels, like conceptualizing of the experience. Yeah, yes. I think that's different than like making a claim about like how people are impacted by things or conclusions.
No, it's the same thing.
It's really not.
If I was impacted a certain way by certain things, instead of looking at statistics and I'm speaking of my own experiences, it's the same exact thing.
How so?
So no, that's
like, no, I just really don't get it. Punk Rock, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You just don't, I get this. Me and you just don't agree. Put it right here. We don't agree on the fact that I can have my own experiences and draw my own conclusions from my own experiences.
You can draw conclusions from your own experiences, but not about everyone across the board, right? You can draw conclusions, particularly about, like, say, the people you've interacted with. Again, I've already told you this before in the conversation. I'll tell you again, right? I can form conclusions about my mom from experience that I have with my mom, right? But I can't draw conclusions about moms in general, necessarily speaking, just by having an experience with my mom. Right? Because the experience that I have with my mom is drastically different than the experience you probably had with your mom, and that the person in the chat that's watching right now had with their mom, right?
Yes, but that doesn't mean I can't, speak on my experience and actually believe in what I believe in, like.
Thank you, Jamila. I appreciate the subscription. You can believe what you believe, but what I'm telling you is that it's less likely to be true than statistics and evidence.
You're right. Well, I'm gonna keep believing that. I'm gonna keep letting you believe that. And
Here,
we'll
can I just ask you questions about your belief then, right? So you think that a high body count matters for women, right? But it does not matter for men on the basis of what point again? Just clarify.
ask that again.
What is the basis in which you make the relevant distinction between men and women?
That I don't want to. I feel like I went on about that for like an hour.
No, I have different arguments. I mean, if you don't want to have this conversation, it's fine. I can go to the next person.
Okay, well, ask that one more time.
Yeah, I'm just asking what do you see as the relevant distinction between men and women when it relates to body count, as to why you can treat one differently than the other?
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's something you can't change. You can't change the fact that a body count for a woman is different than a body count for a man. You can't change it because that's just how the world goes around. I mean, that's just how society is.
False. Again, we already went over this. Kel, we literally talked about this already. We absolutely can change society. Civil rights movement. Do you believe it changed society?
Yes.
Okay.
But in a good way. I'm saying that if you try to change what we're talking about now, it's not in a good way. It'll negatively affect society.
How will this negatively affect society if we hold men and women to the same accountability when it relates to sexual intercourse?
If we say, oh my goodness, man! If we say a woman can do everything that you're saying it's okay to do.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. No, let's keep society the exact same. All we change is that we hold men accountable the same way we hold women accountable. What's different, or what's bad?
If we hold men, that's what you're trying. So you're trying to hold men accountable the same way you hold women accountable.
Yep.
But to do that, like that's why you're here debating about does body count matter, and you think it should be equally the same. You kind of have to, when you say that, you kind of have to make men and women equal. I mean, to an extent, if you hold them to the same standard.
Yeah, men and women are more similar than they are different. All right, so the operating assumption that I'm going to have with men and women is that I'm going to treat them the same unless I have relevant difference to treat them differently.
No, but you can't. Okay, you think it's okay for women to have a high body count, but if you tell women it's okay to have a high body count, it's going to be very hard for them to get into a successful marriage. It's going to be very hard for them to get a boyfriend.
Wait, how do you know? Because again, your point here, what's justified by the evidence, right, isn't that high body count causes people to have less successful marriages. It's that high body count is associated with less successful marriages. And there are multiple factors that can lead to that, right? It doesn't have to specifically be because it's caused by people who have high body counts. When it relates to this, right? For example, people who have zero bodies before they get married, before they engage with their partner, right? They're way more likely to be religious. And religious people are way more likely to be held to a social expectation in which is against divorce, even when you're not happy, even when there's abuse, even when there's infidelity in those particular circumstances.
Okay, listen, you take a virgin man, you take a virgin woman. The man has, sexual intercourse for the first time. He's going to go to his friends. He's going to brag. This is how every man is for the first time. Oh, dude, I did that. Yeah. They're going to think it's cool. A woman, on the other hand, you take her and she has her first experience. They don't act like that, do they, Parker? They don't go.
Not people do in high school. Whether it be men or women, like it was like, yo, I just did it the first time. I'm not a virgin anymore.
No, a woman, their first partner they sleep with, they are very emotionally connected to that person. And I do know that.
Not necessarily true. No.
Is it more? Would you say it's more obvious that woman and their first partner, they're more emotionally attached to them than the man? In
general, I think that women are more likely to look for emotional attachment than men, but that doesn't mean that they're more likely to find it, necessarily speaking. So I don't know.
But look, for a man, that first, that second, that third, that fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, we can keep going, means exactly the same to them. It don't mean anything.
That's not true.
No, that Okay.
No, that's
I
clearly
think I
not
speak
true.
for most
The first
men
time I engaged in
when I
intercourse
say
with
that.
someone, it was not the same as the second time, right? When it relates to a different person.
I think I speak for most men when I say that. But women, the more
No, that's clearly not true.
okay, but the more bodies the woman has, the least she feels a connection the next time she has intercourse with someone. I can promise that. Like,
No, so people with higher body counts are less likely to have successful marriages, right? But that does
because of the
not mean that
connection.
having a high body count causes you to be in a state in which you think that way. That's not true. Give me evidence of that. That's bullshit.
So you think if you have all right, Parker. I wish we could actually like have an actual video, like I don't know, some real draw up our own statistics. If Parker has, and I'm talking to your chat, if Parker has, let's say Parker's wife he's marrying, we marry our wives at the same time. Parker marries a girl who, like I said, has slept, let's just say she has a body count of 30. She slept with 30 guys. She's had an OnlyFans account. Parker, of course, is the type of guy who's going to be like, it's okay, you can keep doing that. So she has OnlyFans account.
When it relates, I wouldn't date someone that has an OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Well, social implications on me, my family, the people I interact with, right, my children. There also, right, when it relates to like sexual intercourse, right, that's like an intimate thing. I'm monogamous, right? I want that within the context of me and my partner. I don't want that to be something that is exists outside of the context of our relationship. That's a completely valid thing to ask for in a monogamous relationship.
Yeah, but you just proved my point, because you as a man just said you would not be with someone with an OnlyFans.
I'm not going to be an OnlyFans myself. If I was an OnlyFans myself and I was like, oh no, they can't do it, right? Then it would be a double standard.
No, but me and you do agree on this topic, because you just said that you would not, as a male, be with a female who has an OnlyFans account.
I would not be with a woman in which engages in sex work. Yes. Right? As like the impacts on like me, my family, right? Like,
Exactly.
children, right? In terms of again, how I can consider sex in the context of a monogamous relationship, as the indication is it's between me and between them. I'm confused what your point is.
Exactly. So if you start saying that body count doesn't matter to females and that they can run around and
I never said body count doesn't matter. What I said that is it should matter the same for men and women.
Oh, so okay, so yeah, you think that
I just said there's nothing wrong with someone being a sex worker. That's just not a preference that I have to be with.
So do you think body count should matter for both people, or do you think body count should not matter at all?
It should matter for both men and women.
So
to some extent. I'm not like, if someone had a high body count, I have a low body count. If someone had a high body count, I'm not going to stop talking to them, right?
Yeah,
but sure, I have a preference when it relates to like people having similar sexual values as me. Thank you for the hand, I appreciate it. Having similar drive as me, right? Because those things can impact compatibility within a relationship.
You would feel a little turned off if she was like, I slept with 42 people, correct?
Well, what's the context? Right? Is it because your values are a particular way? Is it because your drive is a particular way? Right? That maybe I won't be able to be in the same sort of compatible notion with? Well, then, yeah, that could affect the way that I'd feel about whether or not I'd want to be in a relationship with that person.
Okay, so that's why I was saying that. Okay,
but this is all prior to knowing someone, by the way.
Listen, that's the reason it matters for females, right there. What you just said. That's my point on the female.
Yeah, but
part.
It matters for men too, right? Like,
now for men, let's get to the men's part. It does not matter for men at all, not even close, and it shouldn't. And no one should be trying to change that and throw that on men.
No, it should.
What are men? What are we put on this earth to do? Men. What are we made to do?
No, Kel. It should matter for men. It absolutely should.
No, men.
So, Kel, I'll ask you this question, right? If you had a daughter, would you tell your daughter when she's dating men, right, that men's body count doesn't matter?
Yes, I'm going to say I want you to be with someone who's successful, who's going to protect you, who's going to provide for you, who's going to work hard, who's I'm the loyalty. I would tell her loyalty does not matter. You better find a guy who's going to take care of you, because
loyalty does not matter.
Loyalty as a man
is fucking terrible advice, Kel.
So is loyalty taken?
That is terrible advice. That is such horrible advice.
Is loyalty
Valuable, yes.
If
you're in a monogamous relationship, loyalty is valuable.
Is it taking care of the woman though, being loyal? Is that taking care of her?
That could be part of it. But loyalty generally in this sense refers to like whether or not someone cheats on someone.
Okay.
That's generally the notion of loyalty that we're going off of here.
This is why you can't change though the guys, because it's like, do you want a I don't know, do you want the Mercedes Benz, you know what I'm saying? Or do you want the, 1982 Camry? If you want the Mercedes Benz,
I don't know how this relates. Well, I don't know how like the age of a car would relate to. Thank you. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
Just listen. If you want, okay, let's just say Camry, Lamborghini. If you want the Lamborghini, which is the successful guy who's actually going to protect and provide for you every day.
Wait, no, the Lamborghini, you forgot to add the miles. That has 800,000 miles.
No. Why?
It has problems, emotional problems. Wait, no, I mean, oil problems.
No, you're not. Let me finish. Okay, yes, you're getting to it. Let me finish my sentence. The Lamborghini is going to come with way more like you just said, issues than the Camry. The Camry's more reliable, correct?
I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I'm just applying the same standards you apply to women and that analogy onto the men.
Yes, but you don't hear what I'm saying. You can't do that, because if you do that, women are going to be single and men are going to be single, and we're not going to repopulate, because that's not going to work.
No, dude. We're going to be fine in terms of repopulating. We're not going to have an issue with that. We do have issues with like fertility rates right now, but that's due to increases of quality of life. We don't need to have as many people as we currently have on the planet, right? But it's really just whatever people want to have. Like if we produce less children, we're going to be fine. If we produce children to replace the population we already currently have, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine regardless. Let's be real. We're going to be fine. Kel, send a guest request back, bro. Send a guest request back. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1.5 million likes. Share the live, everyone. Let's try to get to 2K shares, everyone. It will help get it out to more people. By the way, everyone, we got about 30 minutes left on the live before I do get off here today. I wish I could stay a bit longer. I do want to. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on for a while. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So make sure to look out for that tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, everyone, tomorrow. And I should be on until around 6:30 tomorrow. So around like 24 hours from now, by the way. Oh, he just left again. Give it a second though, everyone. Tap that screen, everyone. If you want to have access to the sub-only chat that I put on for the last hour of my lives, literally every single day, you get access to the exclusive emotes and you get access to the exclusive sub-only chats for the last hour of the live. It's easier for me to see the comments, easier for you to interact with other people in the comments. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. It's one of the best ways to support me. I appreciate everyone. Thank you all for all the gifts as well today, everyone. Thank you very much. By the way, everyone, Dean kind of gave me this idea. When it relates to, because I'm going to set up notifications and stuff like this for this. When it relates to like Venmo and Cash App and stuff like that, I'm going to have notifications on for that. And if you want to send me a message that I will respond to, thank you for the hand, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Then I will be taking messages through those types of ways, right? I'm setting that for tomorrow's live, not for today. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So definitely make sure to look out for that. We're going to have that link, Cash App and stuff is in my bio. But let me go back on to Kel. Let me get him on. We got about 30 minutes left, everyone.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, what's up? So what were you saying?
All in all, I've been trying to say that I agree. Look, I agree with everyone in this chat, including you, that yes.
Thank you, Selena. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
If the world was like that, where it was equal, that would be cool. But it's just something that we can't change as a society. I mean, if we tried to, it would ruin a lot of things, because men don't want the same things women want. That's what I'm trying to say. Men don't value a woman the same way a woman values a man. Can we agree on that?
Men don't value women the same way women value men?
Yeah, we value each other differently.
For what do you mean, like 4 different reasons?
Yes, that's why you can't change this.
In many scenarios, no. In some scenarios, yes.
So a man wants a woman to protect and provide for him?
Yeah.
He wants a woman to protect and provide for him, a man.
Absolutely. Provide. There are many things that men want women to provide, and when it relates to protect, there's notion of protect the things that men care about, right? And that could be their emotions, it could be their children, right? That could be their household. That could be many things that the man cares about. Okay. So there's a notion of protection that exists for both men and women, and there's a notion of provide that exists for both men and women.
But women value a man more. Let me re-say this: a woman is going to value a man more because, he has money, not rich, but he has money, right? A man doesn't look at a woman and look at how much money she has. That doesn't matter.
That actually does happen in some scenarios. Yes, a man might prefer a woman that makes a lot of money, like. It can be the case that that's true, right? That's clearly true, right?
But that's not a make it or break it for most men. That's
it's not a make it or break it for a woman either, right? Women on average date people within their socioeconomic status or people that are just slightly above, right? And I mean that's literally what it is. So it's not like women are dating people on average like that make way more money than them. It's clearly not true.
I just. That you can't say that the body counts have to be, held at the same accountable, because all I'm saying is if you do that, then you have to say everything has to be like the values have to be the same. Basically, a man has to look at a woman and value the same things that a woman looks at a man and values him for. And you can't do that.
I'm not saying you have to do that. What I'm saying is that it often is the case that people do that. Yeah. People value people being nice, honest, loyal. People value people being respectful, right? People value people that are attractive in many scenarios.
But most men value the number one thing most men value is what? Is body count. When they look at a woman,
fucking bullshit.
That's not. Kel,
you're lying to yourself. Thank you, United We Stand. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's the first question. That's the first thing.
I think that's projection, Kel.
That's the first thing a man wants to know.
If you care most about body count, I'm sorry. What the fuck, dude? What?
Listen.
You wait. Here, I'll show you why you don't care most about body count. Okay? Would you rather have a partner that has cheated on 4 people? Okay? 4 people and has 4 bodies.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, that doesn't math up. 2 people and has 4 bodies. Okay?
Got it?
Right? Or would you rather be with someone that has 8 bodies but has never cheated? Everything else is isolated the same.
I'd rather be with the more pure girl who hasn't been touched as much.
Even the one that's cheated?
Yeah, she's more pure. Her body, like, she's more pure. She hasn't been touched by more other males than that girl. So no, I would take that girl because she wouldn't.
Fucking wild take.
Because look, because if she cheated, that's another thing. Then we got to hold a man accountable. If your woman cheats on
you, dude, I can't do it. This is like, it's like the Andrew, you just like infused Andrew Tate into your fucking veins, dude. What the hell, dude? That was the worst take I've ever heard, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean it's the man's fault? It is not a man or a woman's fault who gets cheated on. It is the person who cheated. It's their fault. Why are we evading accountability for people who literally perpetuate these issues?
No, because a lot of men, when a girl cheats on him, the men get mad and they're like, "Oh, she's this and she's this and that and that." But really, a man
they can do messed up things within that respect, but they did not do anything wrong by getting cheated on. They did something wrong by saying things that could be demeaning towards an individual, given the fact that this particular event happened.
Because as a man, if you put your foot down and she would just leave you. The reason you got cheated on is because you sit around in something that you knew where it was going to end at. You knew what was going to happen.
No, it's because the person who's a cheater was deceiving you. Okay. Yeah. If they actually cared about you, they would not cheat on you. They would leave you.
But as a man, so you think we shouldn't hold men accountable for a woman. We should hold the woman accountable if she cheats.
Yes. What?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think that's the man's fault. I think that you made it easy for her to cheat on you. Like basically.
What do you mean made it easy, bro? What are you talking about, bro? If someone cheats, that is fucking 100% on the person who cheats. 100%.
No.
Dude, I think this is like the ultimate victim blaming mentality I've ever seen, bro.
Wait, no, hold on. In all scenarios, Parker.
Yeah.
It's always, we got to hold the woman accountable when she cheats in all scenarios.
Yeah, if she cheated.
So in all scenarios, if she cheated, it's on her.
Yeah. If it is the case, thank you. I appreciate it. Here, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me clarify, right? If it is the case that they are forced in this relationship and there's an abusive relationship, they can't leave, they're dependent on this scenario, right? I think that they should tell them, right? And they should get out of that circumstance, right? But they can't do that in the circumstance because they're being abused, okay? So there can be some scenarios where it can make sense, but I'm saying an overwhelming majority of cases, right? It is going to be true that if someone cheats, it is 100% on them.
No, and somebody just said I just gave my girlfriend the green light to cheat. No, I didn't, because as a man, if you get in a relationship with someone, it is your fault they cheat, because I know my girl would never, ever, ever cheat on me. Because of the way
you think that, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna be fucking real. You think that, man? Like, the issue is, thank you for Madison. I appreciate the subscription. Is people think that and then they get cheated on, right? It happens, right? I'm not saying that you are being cheated on. I'm not saying that it's likely that people are being cheated on. What I'm saying is that everyone fucking thinks that. Literally everyone. Everyone thinks that everything's gonna be fine for them. Everyone thinks that it's gonna be okay for the future. Everyone thinks that about the future. Everyone thinks that they're gonna get married to the person they're with right now. Oftentimes, it doesn't fucking happen.
Okay,
right?
so you're
not talking about cheating though. Cheating again, it's not oftentimes the case that they were cheating, but it is the case that they can be cheating. You just don't know.
Okay, so Parker, make a poll this time and ask the woman in this chat if just say, do you think that women should be held accountable for cheating in every scenario? Because that's what you said.
No, I clarified. Remember?
No, I asked you. I said in every scenario.
Kel, this is why you just don't listen to me, dude.
I am listening to you.
Then what did I clarify? Tell me what I said.
I asked you if.
Thank you for the hand heart.
I asked you if in every scenario.
Chrissy, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the hand heart.
Do you believe that we should hold women accountable? And you said yes, 100%.
And what did I say after that? And I said, not actually, right? There are some scenarios where abuse victims, right, might be in a scenario in which they can't leave and they're dependent on the scenario. Like, you just didn't listen to me, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, it's oh my God, it's so fucking often that this happens. But like, dude, come on. Why do you literally come up to like debate someone and you just don't listen to anything they're saying?
I'm listening to you, dude.
You didn't. Clearly you didn't, bro. Come on. Admit it, dude. You didn't listen there.
Yeah, it kind of went by me. You're right.
So
but you got to listen to me too, because what I'm saying. I
literally have been. I've responded to like everything you've said.
And so we're just gonna agree that you think women should be held accountable most of the time for cheating. I think men should be held accountable that they have a woman that is cheating on them. Right?
Yeah, the person who cheated is the one responsible for cheating. Yes.
Do you agree that how the man acts would incline a girl to cheat more?
Do I think what?
Do you agree that how a man acts in a relationship or a marriage could push a girl to cheat more or less?
Yeah, who's a cheater?
Huh?
Only if they're a cheater. Like, if someone does something wrong to me in a relationship, I leave the relationship. I'm not going to cheat on them, okay? Someone who's a cheater might cheat on them. Like, what the? I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. Thank you for the little crown. I appreciate it. Like, just leave the relationship. If you don't like them, leave. Thank you for the little crown. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Just give me a yes or no. I asked you a simple question. All you got to answer.
I literally answered it.
What you didn't say yes or no.
Okay, ask the question again and I'll answer yes or no.
Do you think how a man acts in a marriage or a relationship can push a girl to cheat more or not cheat at all, depending on how he's acting?
Yes, if they're a cheater.
So only if the girl's cheated on people before. If she hasn't cheated.
Only if they are someone who would cheat. Yeah, if I would never.
Everyone would cheat.
Again, it's like he doesn't listen to me. No, everyone does not cheat. What?
If someone.
That's a fucking projection, bro. You cheat?
Some people don't want a divorce, dude.
Do you cheat, Kel?
Some people don't want it. No,
Kel, do you cheat? Have you cheated on someone?
My definition of cheating is different than yours.
Oh my God, what do you mean my definition of cheating is different? You're fucking gross, dude.
No, I don't.
What do you mean no? Yes.
If I have an emotional connection to a female, like if I'm with a girl and I have an emotional connection with another girl, I'm taking her out, I'm taking care, I'm paying her house payments, whatever, I'm doing things for an emotional connection. I love her, right? I am cheating. Yes, I'm cheating as a man on my woman. That's my definition of cheating when it comes to.
Oh, only if you have an emotional connection with another person.
Yes, if it's an emotional.
If you have intercourse, have you had an intercourse with another person that in which your partner did not know about while you were with your partner?
I have with other partners, yes, in the past, yes.
Yeah, you're a fucking shitty person.
No, because
do you still continue to do it?
No, I mean, but as a man, I mean, if it's a one-time thing, if it's just like, as a man.
No.
Unless you're a simp.
Bro.
If you're a simp, you can't do that because.
No. Kel, you fucking take accountability for the fact that you're literally a cheater, dude. You're literally a cheater. You take accountability, right? You have actually such an issue with taking accountability. It's actually really fucked, dude.
I just said so many things that men should take accountability on.
No, but not you. You're not going to take accountability of the fact that you're a cheater. You're like, I have a different definition of cheating when it relates to men, right? But if the woman that I was with literally had sex with someone else, that's cheating. But what if I have sex with someone else? It's just the case that I don't give a fuck about her. And if you think differently as a man, you're just a simp.
No, I'm not saying as a man you should go out and be like, oh, I'm going to do this with another woman, but it happens as a man sometimes if you're out with
and not as a good man. Okay, if you're a good man, it doesn't happen. You're not a good man, therefore it happened.
So you just think sexual exclusivity is a big thing, right?
Yeah, in monogamous relationships, if you want to be in a poly relationship, that's you, right? Make sure your partner knows, okay? But what you did was deceive them. You lied to them, okay? You made them think that you're monogamous to them, but then you lied to them and had sex with other people. That's fucking wrong, dude. If you don't see that's wrong and you don't realize that you are literally terrible for doing that, and you can't take accountability for that, you need to really reflect upon what you've done in your life, because you think it would be so wrong if other people did the same thing. Right? In your relationship. If your girlfriend did the same thing to you, you'd be fucking crying. You'd be acting like she's the most terrible person in the world. You'd be calling her fucking names. Right? You'd be fucking freaking out about that shit. But as soon as you do it, it's not that big of a deal. Like if she didn't care and she cheated on you with another person and had sex with someone else but didn't really care, thank you for the hint, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Would it not matter to you?
I wouldn't hate her or look at her any way. It would be all on me. I would take accountability as a man, and I put myself.
Would you leave?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so do you expect her to leave if she finds out about you having sex with other girls?
Well, that's it. It depends on what kind of guy do you want. I mean, do you want a high value?
No.
Man?
I'm talking about the girl that you're with.
No, I don't. No, she wouldn't.
She wouldn't leave you?
No.
Thank you so much.
I like to be humble and stuff. But I do very well for myself. And as a man, if you build yourself up as a man who it would be hard for a female to go, should I stay here? He takes care of me. He provides, he protects for me. He makes sure I'm taken care of. My family's taken care of. My friends are taken care of. And he slips up one time in 5 years of us being together. One time he slips up. I think
one time she slips up. She's been taking care of you this whole time, 5 fucking years. She slips up one time. You'd fucking leave her.
No, stay at home. Most women, a lot of women.
That's what I thought, Cal. That's the fucking hypocrisy, bro. That's so hypocritical. How do you not see the hypocrisy, dude?
Because guys are out here busting their butt off doing construction work in 110-degree weather to come back and put food on the table and stuff. So they're doing. I mean,
they're fulfilling one role. They could fulfill any other. They could pick any other job. They decided to pick that job to make a little more money. They could have instead got a school. They could have instead gotten some type of trade. They could have instead become like an engineer, like an electrician. They could have instead done many other things, but they decided to do particular construction and that particular degrees, right? Because they wanted to do that or because they had skills in that.
But I think I speak to most.
I appreciate the description. Thank you so much.
I think I speak most to Gen Z and the newer generation. That most girls flaunt and they want to stay at home. They want to be with a successful guy. They want to stay at home, go to the spa every day and not work. That is facts. That's what females want nowadays. And I'm saying,
yeah, I would love to not work too, right? I mean, I would love to just to do this all day, which actually, I mean, I do, but like that's everyone would be like that. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to like just be at home and do nothing to some extent, right? But there's also a drive of us that wants to do things, right? I feel like if you just literally sat down and you did that for like a few months, you'd be like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to actually do something. I want to move around. I want some type of meaning. I want some type of purpose. I want some type of direction, right? Many people would look for that, whether it be through family, whether that be through a job, whether that be through career, whether it be through relationship, things like that, right? People want to do things. They don't just want to sit alone and look at the wall, man.
But all I'm saying is, if a guy, that's for the girl to decide. That's not for us as a society to kind of decide. I mean, a girl has to decide if she wants a successful guy who slips up one time, or if she wants the simp guy who is always around.
You can be with a successful guy that doesn't slip up. Yeah, a successful guy can be successful and cannot slip up his entire career, but slips up in his marriage.
I mean, nobody.
So are you saying that he should put more fucking care on his career than his marriage?
You're acting like everyone's perfect and no one's gonna slip up once. Then
you apply that standard to your wife. You don't apply it to yourself.
No, I did. I mean, I do.
You didn't apply it to your wife. If your wife slips up at one time, sleeps with another person, right? Would you stay with her?
If I go behind my girl's, this is the thing, man. If I do slip up one time,
honestly, bro, let's be fucking real here.
No,
that's not real. Slipping up one time. You decided to message that person. You decided to talk to them. You decided to flirt with them.
No,
you decided to engage with them.
Cheating.
You decided to take off your clothes. You decided to then engage in intercourse with them. Right? This is not just one slip up. It's not just a fuck up, dude. It is a series of actions that you are responsible for.
See what you did though? You just added things. Flirting with another girl, and texting them and showing them that's cheating. But if I was at the club and I just, some girl ran into her, we went to the, back room or something for a minute. I was drunk.
You talked to her enough to go to the back room. You indicated that you did want to go to the back room. You opened the door of the back room. You went into the back room. You took off every single one of your clothes. You engaged in the action for multiple minutes without stopping. You didn't think about it after. You deceived them after. You continued to leave without even talking to them about it. These are things that all you are fucking accountable for, and you don't even want to acknowledge.
Parker, if you're with somebody for 30 years and on year 25th of that 30, that one time you were drunk, intoxicated with your friend somewhere and you slipped up.
If I'm drunk, I would never slip up. Not once. I don't like that fucking, I honestly, like, I think it's a terrible excuse, right? If I am beyond belief drunk, unless someone literally grapes me, that is never going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like, I'm just not going to do it. If I'm in a relationship and I'm committed to someone, it's not going to happen.
Because you're a perfect dude, right?
I'm not perfect, right? You don't have to be perfect to have self-control. This is just base level self-control. This is called morals. It's called having like a rules and principles that I abide by, that I actually hold myself to. People that don't hold themselves to morals and to principles, right, and to rules, they don't actually have any type of backbone when it relates to these scenarios. And that's why when they're fucking drunk, they end up cheating on someone. Even when you're drunk, you shouldn't cheat on someone. Even when you're drunk, you shouldn't flirt with someone. Even when you're drunk, you shouldn't indicate anything that would posit some type of emotional connection with that person, physical connection with that person, sexual connection with the person, or anything. Think of the hand heart.
No one is like you, Parker. Most people,
they give that little kind of appreciation, and they should.
In a very long relationship with someone, most people are going to slip up one time. It's going to happen because we're not perfect human beings. So what you're saying,
you don't have to be perfect to do this. This is bullshit.
Is asinine.
That's not asking for perfection.
What?
Is it asking for perfection to have base level economic security? Have a job.
You're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying you should go look and try to have sexual intercourse with another woman besides your girl.
No. Even normalizing in your head that it, to some degree, everyone does it. If everyone does it, it's more acceptable for me to do it. That's the notion that we're trying to get to here. Because when you associate that other people engage in this as well, you're using that to feel better about yourself. That's literally what people do. People literally, they engage in bad actions and they try to make themselves feel better about it by, other people are also doing these bad things. I appreciate it.
I didn't say it was acceptable on some women's standards, I guess, but see, most women would just kind of be like, it's whatever. Just don't.
No, it's not true. That's fucking false.
Well, then that you got to hold the guy accountable, because that depends on what kind of guy you are. If you're that simp up her butt all the time, dude, and you do that, she's gone, dude. She's gone. You have no value to her, right? None. If you have value, and that's what I meant by bodies. Girls don't look at bodies as value. It's not that, because you could go slip up one time, but you have a lot more value to yourself as a man that she doesn't leave. She just don't happen again, and she stays. But
no, it's you are manipulating that individual by using the love that they have for you to be able to coerce them to stay in that relationship against their will. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, that's exactly what's happening in that scenario. Whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, if you are using the fact that they love you to be able to cheat on them and get away with it, that's fucking bullshit, and that is fucking terrible. That's toxic as fuck, right? You should be looked down upon. I'm serious. I really think that, dude.
Okay, but I would never try to cheat or purposely cheat on anyone.
Yeah, you've done it multiple times.
I would never do that purposely.
Yeah, you've done it multiple times.
Yeah, I'm not a perfect.
You did those purposefully. Stop trying to run away from your accountability. You did it purposefully.
Why does every time someone?
Like, hell, if you didn't do it purposefully, were you raped?
What? No, I was.
No. So you did it purposefully.
Every time I would, I'm with the friends. I'm super intoxicated. First of all, I don't even know where I'm at.
You still have accountability.
But I can't even, like, you're acting like everyone's perfect, Parker. No one's out at the club. They get drunk one day.
You don't have to be perfect. I like how you just use the notion of perfect to run away from accountability.
And you also act like even though you have a wife at the house or you have a girl at the house, that us men, we don't look. We don't see things. We like women. We think
you can be attracted to women. You shouldn't be staring at women. You shouldn't be trying to flirt with women. You shouldn't be sleeping with women. You should not be doing those things if you are in a monogamous relationship where you are committed to that person.
But if you're
what do you mean laugh, bro? Like you're actually you think that everyone else is what's wrong with society. You're literally what's wrong with society. Like unironically, dude. You know how many people are fucking devastated? How many people are heartbroken? How many people's lives are fucking destroyed because people like you justify this type of behavior in your head? Like you try to run away from accountability. You don't hold yourself accountable. Everyone does it.
Yet all these females want it correlates with female and male, because then all the females, they want this successful dude. Most girls nowadays want this super successful guy, and they get mad when they can't get it, and they're crying because they're with Joe Schmo, of course, and he doesn't treat her right. He don't make enough money. She has to go work 60 hours a week. He's just not holding up his bargain that he had with her. And then but I'm saying, if you want to be with some very successful guy who's going to travel a lot for business, who's going to go out with his friends, who's going to put his foot down, who's going to have some form of authority, then yes, if he slips up one time, you have to make a decision. Do I want to be with a guy like this?
Yeah, you don't want to.
Or do I want to be with the guy that I wasn't happy?
You don't just get to cheat because you're rich. You don't just get to cheat because you have money.
I'm not saying I'm looking to cheat. I'm saying though, if you slip up,
I'm talking about men in general who are like wealthy and well off.
You're not,
because again, there's this notion amongst men who are well off. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. That it doesn't matter as much if they cheat. That it's to be expected. Oh, you should just expect this if you're dating me or if you're talking to me. No,
they shouldn't.
You shouldn't use your power to coerce people into these different types of relationship structures.
I agree. You should not use your power. You should not tell her I'm going to cheat on you. You should never try to cheat on your woman. You should never look for it. No.
If you should never try, then you will never do.
What?
If you have this notion that I should never try, I will never go in and try to do this, then you will never do. You literally will never cheat on.
Have you done things you didn't mean to do, Parker, in your whole entire lifetime?
It would never be cheating. Never to that extent. That's not just doing one thing. That's not like a mistake. Like, oops. No, I accidentally stepped on your shoe. That's not what it is. Okay.
But have you done things that you did not mean to do in your life? Because you're not.
Yeah, I've stepped on people's shoes. Yeah.
Okay. Of course you have. Now, that same thing can apply to me slipping up one night out, one time. And I'm not talking about being with someone, man, and like every week. I'm talking about if I was with them for 20 years and I slipped up one time in 20 years of our marriage. Should she leave me?
That's not just one slip up.
What?
You engaging in intercourse with someone is never just one slip up.
So being married,
and yeah, she should leave your ass later, buddy.
So being married to someone for 20 years and you've given her the best life possible.
Bye.
She loves you.
Bye.
And you slip up.
You didn't love them if you cheated on it. Bye.
Yeah, and then guess what that does? And guess what that does? That leaves people sad. That leaves people with single. They can't.
Oh, you know what left people sad when you fucking cheated on them? You heartbroke them. Don't cry because you heartbroke them.
No,
don't try to play the victim when you're the one that created the issue, when you perpetuated it. Jax, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Fucking take accountability, dude. This is unbelievable, dude.
I just don't see how you think you're perfect and like people can't make mistakes.
I don't think I'm perfect. Again, you keep using this idea to you don't have to be perfect to not cheat on someone.
So cheating or not cheating, because my cheating definition is very different. But slipping up as a man out is that's not a mistake. You meant to do that. You went in purposely into a club telling your friends, I'm fixing to have sexual intercourse with a girl tonight, bro.
You might not have intended going into this place, but again, you had to do so many actions intentfully to be able to get to that point.
Yes, but when all kinds of stuff's involved,
if your girlfriend, if your wife did the same thing, would you leave her? Let's say your wife is a really attractive woman. Laney, okay. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. If you want to be with this really attractive woman, and she, in a 20-year marriage, slips up just one time, right? Yep. You should stay with her, right?
So you're talking about if you're married, that's your wife, right?
Yep.
No, you should put your foot down and you should leave.
So same thing applies with a woman. But you don't want to take accountability.
So you do agree that you can slip up, but you just think that a woman should be able to, if she slips up, a guy should be okay with it too, right?
No, I think neither of them should be okay with it. Leave both of them. Thank you for the lightning. I appreciate it. You should not. What do you mean? It's not just one slip up. I was using your own reasoning against you. It's not just one. There's many slip ups. Okay. Cheating. If you don't want to cheat on someone, you won't cheat on them. Thank you. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Ogo4. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I mean, in a day, if any woman on this thread goes and tries that with the guy, what we're talking about, it's going to end up the same way I'm telling you it's going to end up. But if the guys act how I'm telling them to act and the women's act how I'm telling them to act, then the world will be a better place. And I'm not giving men any more benefit than women. It's just it's two different. We're two different genders. Like they you can't value them the things the same way. You just can't do that. Like if I have a woman as a man, I want that woman to be mine and mine only.
Yeah, and she wants the same thing if she's monogamous. Thank you for this superpower. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. So again, you're not willing to apply the same standards to yourself that you apply to other people, and that's the fucking issue here. Like I don't understand how you think that you can justify that within your head. Leah, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
Because listen, I'll go back to this too. As a guy, if I slip up and I have sexual intercourse with with some female, I'm drunk, I'm intoxicated, and then boom, I'm gone. Never
some woman, right? Why are you saying the word female when that can be applicable to minors?
Okay. Some random woman, I slipped up, boom, I was done, gone, never see her again. Went back home, because I am a truthful person as well. If I do slip up, I'm not a liar. I'm not gonna sit there and come home and be like, oh, I didn't do nothing. No, I'm gonna come home and tell her, sorry, I want to let you know that I slipped up last night. I would tell her that because we should be truthful and we should tell them that. But here's the thing. I'm the one who's, like I said, doing the fucking. I don't want my girlfriend to go out and get fucked, But that's two different things. You can't make that the same.
Dude, what do you mean? You're cheating either fucking way, dude. You're not truthful. You're not loyal either way. You're still deceiving them. You're still going behind their back. You're still engaging in intercourse with the opposite sex. You're still literally engaging with someone outside of the context of your marriage. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. How the hell can you rationalize that? You just literally, the only distinction is one's being penetrated by the other. The other one's penetrating. That's your distinction? That's your justification for cheating? Dude, I cannot believe it, bro.
Did you know that when women have sexual intercourse with the man, of course, no protection or anything, that the male's DNA stays inside of their body forever? A little bit of it. Did you know that?
Can you give me evidence of that?
Look it up. You're the evidence man, so you need to look it up.
Yeah, and again, I don't have evidence that it stays in your body forever.
Yeah, but as a man, it does it for a man. It's not like you're doing this equality thing though. Like you can't do equality for males and females. You cannot do it. It will ruin the whole society if we try to do this equality thing. It just does not work that way. The world does not work that way. I understand why women want it that way, and I understand why some men want it that way. But it's the fact of the matter is, it's
I have a thing right here that indicates that that's not true.
What does it say?
It's from the Australian Associated Press. It's a fact check that relates to that.
What does it say?
It says that it literally just says that like it's false that that research has proven that like there's male DNA that stays in the like or with inside the woman like long term.
Long term.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it does to an extent, right?
Yeah. If I engage in intercourse with someone, right? Yes, there can be a little bit of DNA there. You said forever, right? I was disputing the claim of forever. Yeah, clearly speaking, their DNA can be within inside of me, right? If I'm kissing someone, right, their DNA can be inside my mouth for a little bit, right? Do you agree?
I do agree. But you just can't make that equal. You can't make that equal, man. Like you like. I see like America. I see all of our marriages, and I see all of our relationships going to complete hell. And then I see, like I said, I mean, I have been reading the Quran and stuff, and I see like the Islamic culture who the guys can have more than one wife, and they're I mean,
Jay, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you.
They're excelling way better than us when it comes to successful marriages, having multiple wives. And I just wonder why that
successful. What do you mean by you mean just people staying together? That doesn't mean people are having more successful marriages in terms of happiness, or in terms of stability, in terms of quality of life, in terms of bettering each other, right? That's just in terms of who stays together more.
Isn't it funny though that a guy over there can have 6 wives and all of them stay together way longer?
But like, and most people do not have that many wives.
Okay, but if okay, then let's bring it down to something to your standard then 3. So if a guy over there had 3 wives and it's funny that guy over there, they have more successful marriages than just one guy and one female here. We can't even do that.
You're determining success and you're measuring success on the basis of just staying together, which is predicated off of the fact that, thank you, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Predominantly religious areas, right, are going to have social expectations to not get divorced. Even in instances of abuse, even in instances of infidelity, even in instances of like not being compatible. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And not being happy. So like, I mean, clearly speaking, I don't see that to be true. What you're saying.
Well, it's because women know their place and men know their place. But over here, apparently,
what is a woman's place?
A woman's place is to nurture. You know, of course, if you have a kid, take care of the kid. While you're out, I guess, yeah, I mean, basically just take care of the kid, take care of you when you're sick. I mean, if you're sick, you want your woman to be there. Just take the stress off the man's shoulders. I mean, and make sure her guy's okay. And make sure their kid's okay. Like, I just think that's what a woman's here to nurture, basically, for the man and the kid, like emotionally. There for you, like, so emotional.
You want a mom?
No, I just think they're supposed to be there for you emotionally. A woman is for a man. I think
Freud was right, chat. Should you be there emotionally for her?
As much as you can be, yes. But as a man, as you know, I mean, especially if you're someone like me, you're always out and you're always doing stuff for businesses, and you have all this stuff going on, so you don't see her that much. So when you're around, yes, though. I mean, of course. But her only job is that. That's her only job. She can stay at home. She can go spa days, whatever she wants to do, and take care of the kid and just make sure, her man's okay emotionally and taking the stress off of him. That is, in my opinion, that is
not the only. You understand? That's not just one job, right? Taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, taking care of taking them to school, right? Making sure the food, calendar, everything, right? Like those are many jobs that you're just trying to point to one.
But that's no. I said multiple, but I'm saying all that is her job, right? That's her job as a woman.
Yeah, and is it your job to take care of her emotionally?
I wouldn't say as much emotionally, no. I would say it's my job just to make sure that
What? Dude, you're actually Delulu, bro.
No, I just
you're not going to be emotionally there for your wife?
I am. Like I said, I'm a guy who makes a lot of money. So if I make a lot of money,
who am I to expect that you would, be emotionally intelligent? My bad.
Well, no, I can't. You can't. If you make
that's an unrealistic expectation. I apologize.
If you're doing a lot of different things, man, and you're successful, it's hard to be always, emotionally there for your wife. I mean, it is. But what you can do is you can still.
No, I think you can be emotionally there. You can do so. If you expect her to be emotionally there for you, then you should be emotionally there for her. Swati, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
So you think that it's equal? It's just equally. Men and women are equal.
Yeah, men and women should be considered equal. Yeah,
equal in all realms.
Overall, all things considered, should be considered equal.
Body count, the way they act in a marriage, the way they act towards each other when they go out on dates. You think?
Yeah, and they should be considered in an equal position to men. Yeah.
And
Thank you, Marissa. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Is this a wild take to you, Kel? Thank you for that mustache. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
this is a wild take to you. I can't do it, chat.
Take. It's a very wild take. How do you think the world would go around? If let's put the world into your perspective and what you want.
Thank you for the call. I appreciate it, Kelsey. Thank you.
Let's make it all equal, right? Do you think that would be good or bad for society?
If we did what? Sorry.
If men didn't have different values than women, and women didn't have different values than men, and everyone was just completely equal, is that good or bad for
Champagne,
society?
thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. If we did the exact same thing.
No, if men started looking at women and holding both of them holding each other accountable and looking at each other equally and on equal topics, and I like her because of this. Basically, a man liking a woman, because what you're saying to me sounds like a man liking a woman for the same thing a woman likes a man for. And because if you make that equal, what you're saying, if you make stuff equal,
no, I'm not, dude. When I'm saying that men and women should be considered equal, I'm not saying that men and women should be attracted to the same things. Thank you. I appreciate Kaylee. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm not saying that women need to be attracted to vaginas.
I didn't say that. I said that women have their part and men have their part. And unfortunately, the body counts for women is a big part when it comes to a man looking at a woman to marry, to be his wife.
Yeah. And it should be the case the other way around, right?
But it's not, though. It's not. So I don't know.
I'm not saying it currently is, dude. Kel, when did I make that argument? This is literally the reason I'm having this conversation, is that because right now it currently is the case that people consider it's a matter for women, but not for men. Right. And that's why I have an argument against this.
But what is how can you even argue against that, though? That's what I'm trying to get
I've already given you the arguments. I've given you the basis of what I said. This is the basis. Men and women, more similar than they are different, right? So you're going to have to give me a good reason to treat them differently, unless I'm just going to treat them the same. Because again, more similar than different.
How are they more? Tell me what they're similar in.
Genetics, psychology, brain structure, fucking intestines, right? We're talking about like not intestines, like internal organs, right? Bone structure, feet, hands, phalanges, right? Like literally everything. You can fucking point to almost anything in humans.
And they do things the exact same way. All you said was just you just talked about
internal organs, bone structure, genetics, right? Psychology, brain structure.
Okay, outside of all of that, how are they similar?
Outside of all of these things that they're similar. Hello? Did he just leave, Chad? Did he just get a call? What happened? What happened to him, Chad? Did he just dip? Did he just go, everyone? I don't know what's going on. Do we got a running emote in the chat, everyone? Or is this a call? I can't tell. Because it's on pause for a bit. Oh, okay. There he goes. There he goes, everyone. There he goes. If he wants to send a guest request back, I will accept him back. But I am going to be getting off right now, here in a minute. If that is the case, we're going to send everyone over to AJ here in a minute, everyone. So don't go yet. Don't go yet. Okay. We're going to send everyone over to AJ here in a minute because AJ's live right now and he's doing stuff and we want to boost the fuck out of his live. Okay. We want to boost AJ's live. So I don't think he's in the guest box right now. So I do apologize to everyone I did not get to today. I'm going to be doing this topic here again pretty soon. So if you do like this type of content, follow me if you haven't already. I go live literally every single day for like 6 hours. Today I only have been going on for about 5 hours. So tomorrow I will be back to my normal time. Tomorrow I should be alive at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, not specific. Thank you for the hint. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't know what topic we'll be doing tomorrow. I'll figure it out. Thank you for the hint. I appreciate it. We'll see everyone. But yeah, I am going to get off right now because I don't see them in the guest box. We're going to go to AJ right now, everyone. So let me turn this off and let me go over to that real quick. I appreciate everyone who did come on tonight, everyone. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic night, everyone. Again, I will be live. We'll be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Everyone go to AJ's live right now. It's a paid by Pfizer. Spam Parker Raid. Spam love from Parker. Everyone look up paid by Pfizer. Spam Parker Raid. Spam love from Parker. Love everyone so much. I'll see everyone later. Have a great night, everyone. Again, look up paid by Pfizer, y'all. Love everyone. See everyone later, y'all.